Hello, paisanos! Welcome to the Timeless Gamers Show, where our games and bodies may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain. Timeless!
Timeless.
And if you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe and follow buttons in all of our socials, of course. And those alone helps us tremendously. And you can also check out our official website. That's timelessgamers.com. And the audio format of our episodes are also available in Spotify and other major podcast platforms out there. You can also send us your messages to timelessgamers.show@gmail.com. And a very special shout out to BitMap Books and their video gaming related hardbound books up for sale in their website, bitmapbooks.com. And of course, Streamyard for powering this broadcast via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Previously, in the Thomas Gamer Show, we had a very nice interview, question and answer with a former Twitch streamer, a female Twitch streamer, Miss Jip. So for all of you guys who wants to know her more and what happened to that particular episode, you know what to do, you know where to go. Representing the panel for tonight, we got Sir Jose.
Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. We're here to talk about our favorite gaming content creators. So it's going to be a fun one to see what everyone watches on YouTube
During their pastimes. Yay. Sir JDM.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the show. If you have any favorite gaming content creators in Twitch or in YouTube, please do leave a comment here. And hello to Dandays1222, Alamic Bridge, and Marlon here on the chat. And I also see Dark Gothic Fate in so,
Shut up.
welcome, guys.
So meta. All right. Thanks for that, Sir JDM. And of course, Shinboy.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Good evening to everyone. And yeah, glad to be on this panel for this week as well. And there's going to be a lot of interesting topics tonight.
Thank you for that, Shin. And of course, Sir Joel.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are. This is Joel Baklit of the Banyaga Native page, mainstay here in the Timeless Gamer Show, welcoming everybody to today's special episode about gaming content creators. And we're not just limiting ourselves to YouTube. If you have any particular content creators that you're a fan of, whether it's on Kick, it's on Twitch, it's on Rumble, it's on Odyssey, it's on Bilibili, wherever it is, make sure to join in on the discussion in the chats. Let us know about them. Hey, we might be finding out about them and they might become our new favorite gaming content creators. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you for that, Sir Joel. And of course, making his obligatory season 15 appearance. getting it checked in. Sir Drew.
Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I'm glad to be mandatory back at the TGS. Yeah, I've been really busy lately.
He's
With a lot
been
of
busy,
stuff, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So we'll be sharing our favorite gaming content creator, and I hope that we would have a healthy discussion since some of them are a little bit polarizing, I think. Anyway, back to you, Sir Joe.
Polarizing is a nice way to put it. And of course,
Mhm.
the show captain for this episode, Miss I.
Hi everyone, welcome to Timeless Gamers. I hope you enjoy our discussion for tonight. It would be interesting to find out what everybody has chosen, and maybe you could discover something new for yourself that you might enjoy as well.
Thank you for that, Miss I. All right. It's time for our show and tell. In this segment, of course, we tend to show and brag the things that we have acquired for the last few days, whether it's video games, books, toys, music, posters, books, literature, or any literature of culture. Wink, wink, wink. We'll start with Sir Joel. What you got for the class?
All right. I'm going to try to through this very quickly. Last weekend, I went to the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. It's an annual event that I go to. Not
Oh,
sure
nice.
if the checks can be seen there. It's an annual expo that I go to with my brother Ryan, and we go go to the what's this the Cradle of Aviation in Long Island City, and we go around all the tables. It's a gigantic fair of retro gaming. There's an arcade in one portion, there's sellers tables on the other, and there's panelists, retro game content creators in panels talking about their works. So of course I went shopping. I couldn't resist buying a few things there, which were part of the things that I wanted to get ever since I got here in the US. A couple of the big box PC games that you guys might like is one is an old game that I used to want to try to play. It's called Wooden Ships and Iron Men. It's a naval
Sounds like a
strategy game.
porno.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. Wooden Ships Iron Men. It is a naval strategy game. Been looking forward to this for the longest time. It's by Avalon Hill.
Mm.
They make board games, strategy board games. Next one is a game called Entrepreneur. For those of you who do not know, I love business simulation games. Entrepreneur is a strategy game that focuses on the economic aspect. I love those kinds of games like
That's why
capitalism
Sir
or
Joel is so rich.
no, not really. But one of the things that I really, really am happy for is the fact that they did have a stall there for Japanese Famicom games, and I was able to start rebuilding the games that I used to play as a child. Well, more like a tween. And I had to leave behind in Pinas because of the fact that I didn't have the space in my suitcases when I immigrated here in the US. So it's a lot of games like Fist of the North Star for the Japanese Famicom. I have that. I used to play this constantly. This is one that Drew mentioned a little bit earlier, Star Force. It's a space shooting game. Another one that I got was I'm not quite sure if people are familiar with this. Spartan X,
Of course.
Whoa.
Spartan X for
Classic.
yes, exactly. As what Jeff Calcagno would say, Poko Poko, I don't remember. Yes, and one of my absolute favorites is Legend of Kage for the Japanese Famicom. Oh,
Oh,
absolutely
Nice.
love this game. This was one of my yes, exactly. One of my very first Japanese Famicom games that I played in DF homes. But
I
the
thought it was
prize
I thought
what
it
was that?
was Legend of Cage.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of us
Johnny
did.
Cage.
A lot of us did. Johnny, I thought it was Legend of Cage, but my prize for this trip was a boxed copy of Star Luster for Japanese Famicom.
Oh,
My
you
absolute
already
most
got it.
yeah, I got lucky, Drew. It's Star Luster box copy, one with the actual Famicom box in it by Namco or Namcot, as it was known. So yeah, I spent close to $200 for this trip, but it was well worth it in rebuilding my childhood collection. There's a lot more here, but I'm not gonna bore everybody. I just wanted to show everybody what the sample of the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo is every year in Long Island. Very happy to go there. You guys should check it out if you're in the area. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Joel. How about Sir Jose? What do you have for the class?
I only have two things. One's not really gaming per se.
When Sir Jose goes like,
have-
it's gonna be a big one.
Mm.
Ooh, what is that?
It's
Doom.
Doom Anthology. It has Doom,
Oh, nice.
64-3, the Doom reboot, and then Doom Eternal, and it comes with like a little mini BFG.
Nice. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
BFG, it stands for, you guys know exactly what it stands for. We can't say it here on the show.
Big friendly giant.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll work.
And then the only
Or
other
big
thing I
freaking
got
gooner.
was Zenny makes these lenses for your VR.
Mhm.
That way you don't have to wear your glasses when
Oh,
you play
cool.
it.
Nice.
Prescription?
Yeah.
Oh. Really?
Well, that's gonna be nice because it's always uncomfortable to play with the glasses on. That's it. for
Oh,
me.
so basically, so they're custom made, depending on your eye grade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
Thank you for that, Sir Jose. How about Sir Drew? surely you have at least one.
I have some. I have
So,
some. Yes, I have some, and it's the ubon yasumi here anyway. And by the way, before I do my show and tell, I would just like to invite everyone there and our friends in the Philippines. Recolex is up on. There's a Recolex retro gaming event right now on Monumento. You might want to check out Recolex their Facebook page. You could find retro gaming pieces there either from the US or from Japan. So if you're planning on starting your own collection, please do check that out. Anyway, after since we're done with the plug, I got some stuff, a little bit of stuff. And first of all, I got Arc Runner, PlayStation 5 indie game. So a little bit of a shoot them up. Actually, I just saw this there on the electronic shop. I didn't really know what type of game it is, and it's priced at 3,000 yen. So maybe $25 for a brand new game. So and then I took a peek at the back. So looks okay. Looks okay to me. I like Cyberpunk, so might as well got it. And after I got this one, Law of Equivalent Exchange, the YP bought herself a nice big chunky new microwave oven range. I don't know what it is. Anyway, also got this. We got Sack Fair, Crisis Core, Play Arts. Finally
Mm.
found one complete in box. So around 60 bucks. So it's 6,000 yen here. There's the price. And I also got a little bit of retro stuff. I got a Bloody Roar 4 PlayStation 2. Been trying to find one, and I'm trying to find the other releases of Bloody Roar. So fighting game, 3D fighting game. When Tekken, Virtua Fighter, fighting Vipers, Dead or Alive. When that was all the rage, Soul Calibur. They released this fighting game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. It's animorphic fighting game wherein you go Super Sentai change into an animal for your second form. Really cool game. I really like this one.
I have that
And
one.
some more non-gaming stuff. I got some new display pieces. Wait, this one. Oh wait. No.
Blair.
Camera. We
There you
got
go.
Joker.
It's Heath Ledger, Joker,
Yep, Heath Ledger Joker. We also got
and
Venom. We
Venom.
got Venom. And lastly, since I always go thrifting, I like finding some retro pieces. Got this one.
Ooh,
Twist Pepsi
Gundam.
25th Anniversary Memorial Gundam display piece. We got the OG Lolo Gundam here. We got Wing Endless Zero here. Zeta Gundam and new Gundam over here. And I didn't know that they have a collaboration with Twist Pepsi.
Twist Pepsi.
25th anniversary, you might think this was a little bit new, but honestly, 25th anniversary Gundam was released 1979. So 1979. So this was year 2004 when this piece was released, and I got it because it is still pristine and the glass, it has no mercury deterioration on it. So I got it. Really cool looking piece. And oh yeah, I got some figures. Yeah, Akat, Magneto, and Papyrus. See,
Oh,
and
from
Undertale,
Undertale. Yes. My
Undertale.
daughter plays that one. She says it's a good game.
It's also for my daughter actually.
Oh,
I'm just
cool.
the one unboxing it.
Na-
I'm just the one unboxing it for content.
yes.
Anyway, I think
Mm.
that's yeah. I think that's all. That's all.
All
Yeah,
right.
back to you,
Cool.
Sir Joe.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
All
Anybody
right.
else want to have something to present to the class? Shin.
Um, on my side, because I didn't have anything prepared, Kuya Joe told me that I can show whatever I'm working on at the moment. So I guess I could just show you guys what I've been like busy with. So I'm gonna go and do a quick share screen if you guys don't mind.
Yay!
One second. Okay, pressing allow, waiting for. So okay, so far right now, all I'm doing is I'm doing some usual works for clients and whatnot, but I guess it's going to be a little bit culture related since we're dealing with, you know, certain characters. Also been doing a lot of backlogging with my old work, and one of the things I found was this picture that I did for the streamer that I'm going to talk about right now, Maximilian Dude. I was very very proud to say that like when I did this, he eventually started to use them for his thumbnail. So I'm very very proud about that.
Yo,
But
congrats, Jin.
Wow.
yeah, he used that on he used his face on most of his thumbnails back in the day, and I was really really honored when that happened. And the one that I'm going to show you guys right now, because Kyoto told me it has to be spicy. He said that like I want to see something of culture. So as you guys can see, this is the zoomed in version.
Fill
However,
in the
I'm
blanks in your head. Okay,
yeah,
understood.
yeah, because you know, as you guys can see, I cannot really zoom out as much as I could.
Why am I there? Why am I there?
My censorship.
I have
Again,
to find the
okay.
person to,
Now
you know,
we know
if I
what
need
Yeah,
a man
to do.
speaking of things barely legal,
What do you know who commissioned you?
Much more effective than blurring, wouldn't you say? Okay, anyway.
it is. It is actually.
it would have been
You have
it would have been more effective if it was Viraj in there.
have been. But I have to do this in a quick moment. So as you guys can see, this is one of the few things that I did, and you said that we need something of like video game related
Yeah.
man of culture content. So we have Julia from
Now,
Tekken doing
that's
something
gaming
for
content
stream.
right there.
Nice.
That's
Very
peak
cool.
Yeah, so
cinema.
by putting I'm putting a streamer within a streamer, so this is a stream section.
Yes, there you go.
And
See,
you know,
Jose?
we need to- yeah, we need to put a man of culture to cover the culture. So,
Yes,
anyways,
there
that's
you
my
go.
show and tell right now. That's what I've been working on as we speak.
Well done, well done. I'm sorry for the guys in the audio portion of the podcast. You guys missed out. That was great.
Better start
But hey, this
watching
will
our-
motivate them to go and watch the video version.
Yes,
Um,
that's true. That's true.
If there is one thing that I might add,
Ray Q just said, please send me that pic for research purposes,
Research
of course.
purposes.
for
educational.
academic purposes,
Yes, for science, I shall share the link.
if there's one thing I would like to add in regarding with the illustrations that Shin showed us earlier, and to you guys listening to the audio portion, you really should watching the live video feed.
Yes.
I'll use
Um,
that for my educational background.
Yes.
I know exactly what Miss Momo looks like, Shin's wife. And looking at those illustrations, I can sense some inspiration there.
Oh yes. Well,
All right. I'll leave it at that. All right. I'm like-
Momo is
I mean,
my news. You know, always have
especially
your wife as your
the first photo, the first picture. I'm like, hang on.
yeah. That
I'm not
That
sure if
was
she's
heavily-
aware. Is she aware that that's
oh, she's
there?
aware.
Oh, she's aware.
She's
All
very,
right.
very aware. Oh yeah.
Mm.
I'll be in
I'm-
trouble if I won't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to say something else, but I might get in trouble. Hang on.
Okay.
It's a family show. Okay. How about this eye? What do you have for the class?
Actually, I only have one. It's an indie game called Capybara Spa. If anybody's heard of it, because it's
Oh
just,
yeah, I'd heard about that
anybody
one.
ever heard of it?
Yes.
Like I'm too lazy to share screen, so I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
It's-
Very cool.
the Steam page of the game. It's an indie farming simulation game where you just build spas for capybaras that come into your spa.
Mhm.
It's just something to maybe chill to and maybe soothe your nerves. It's very calming, and I actually finished the game. It's quite short.
Really?
I was able to bring all the animals to the farm, but maybe I'll talk about that because I think we talked about having a chill games episode,
Mhm.
something in the back burner. But
Yes.
it was on sale, so it's around 500 pesos, but it's around 50 when I got it last week. So I
Okay.
thought I'd get it because capybaras are my spirit animals. I
Mm.
think.
Oh, capybaras are so cool. They're so chill. It doesn't look like anything phases them. Very cool game. Very cool choice,
Thousand miles
Miss.
there while
Um,
they chew.
for those who are not aware, capybaras are the largest rodents on Earth.
So cute.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Thank you for that, Miss I. How about Sir JDM? What do you have for the class?
I can't show it, but because I just recently bought it, I for my archiving
NSFW.
purposes,
Anyway.
I just bought
Pro life MIC.
Say for podcast.
I just bought online second-hand Sharp Aquos DVR that
Oh,
I
cool.
could use for archiving TV
Mm,
shows and
mm,
maybe some game
mm,
playthrough,
mm,
and that's it. And also GOG.com, of course.
mm.
I got Legend of Grimrock
Oh, nice.
and 13, the original
Oh, the original
and
one. Very
the
cool.
remake.
Nice, 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 nice. For those of you who do not know, JDM is a media archiver. He strives to make sure that media of the past is preserved in one form or another, because they do tend to they have a tendency to disappear in the midst of time. JDM is one of those working hard to try to fight to preserve media of the past.
Yes, and shout out to PHTV, PHTVA, Philippine Television Archivist, Television and Radio Archivists.
Mm, all right, nice.
All right. Me, I only got two. Um, I got this one, um, Jet Force Gemini for the Nintendo 64, because we're planning to do a Nintendo 64 episode eventually. So I happened to get this one. I just tried it earlier on my console. It works. Have not properly played it yet. Correct. And then, speaking about culture, this still copy of Drakengard 3
Oh yeah.
for the PlayStation 3. All right. Before there was 2B of Nier Automata, and before there was Eve of Stellar Blade, we have Zero of Drakengard 3. So for all of you guys who are, to all of you people of culture, this is the game. All right. It's a family show. Alrighty. That's it for our show and tell. We will now
Yeah.
throw it now to Miss I and our favorite gaming content creators, video game content creators. Miss I, go on ahead.
So as said earlier, our topic for tonight is our favorite gaming content creators. So I think since it's been a long while since Sir Drew has been on the show, I think I'd love to give the floor first to him and show his favorite content creators. Go, Sir Drew.
Oh, muted
Okay,
mic.
okay, okay. Anyway, so since I'm up first, they say that we should be the biggest fans of ourselves. So my first choice is myself, obviously,
Of
because I can.
course, yeah.
Well, anyway, joking aside, um, joking aside, when this was presented to me, I have two actually in mind, but I would just go with those two guys after we do the round robin. It's actually gonna be Mortismal Gaming because I love his reviews. He does platinum 100% of all of his games before, and he does not actually grade the games. He lets you decide. So just a TLDR for him. And I was also planning on picking a Happy Console Gamer because he's just such a chill guy, such a laid back approach, and such an authentic way to describe what he loves. But if we do a round robin, I'll elaborate more on those two. But I'm just gonna go with not really Filipino pride for this one because most people hate this guy, and the only real reason why I'm bringing him up because I watch. I tend to watch a lot of his stuff. My wife also does watch a lot of his stuff. But the first time I saw this guy, I was like, who the hell is this hole that I'm watching? He's just so full of himself. He's so, all of those things that most people actually feel when watching him. It's actually Dino Cornell, and I think most of you guys who are watching this most probably might have heard of the guy, and you are either your emotions for this guy is either of the two. You're pissed off because you think he's full of himself, which he has admitted numerous occasions on his video that he is. And the reason why I'm bringing him up is that I get entertained regardless of how he delivers his videos. You won't find any inspiration from his videos because his entire goal of flexing. By the way, he has a nice collection of toys and video games, and I admit that. But he is not the richest one. He is not the one with the most collection. Those would belong to the Last Gamer example or Jabi Geek from Brazil. There are so many other content creator who has more than what he has and gotten, you know, much more because let's be honest, if you think you are the best, the at the top, you have to realize that there are more and more people more who has more than you but just decide not to show off on social media. But I watch the guy because he's entertaining. He has some approach. He has a way to deliver nostalgia in a way that I am like somebody who came from a poor background, but now I am like rich and I want to flex what I have. But having said that, I have a lot of critique in regards to Dino, and this is not from a hater's perspective. It's just something that I've noticed because he has chronicled a lot of all the things that he had starting from his childhood, and he was able to videograph and save all of those. That's why he has a lot of weapons. When somebody comments on his page, he has something to show because he has recorded most of his stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, how could you be from a poor background when you have pictures of, GameCube growing up, pictures of you playing this, playing that, and it's it's not. I'm not saying he's a liar. It's just that it's just a minor nitpick when he presents himself that I have noticed. Anyway, yeah, Dino Cornell for my first pick because he's entertaining from my point of view, although he comes up really strong and he pisses off a lot of people. Well, it's not part of his charm, it's just part of his marketing. Let's call it that. It's part of his marketing. Anyway, that's my choice and that's my critique. And why you should watch him? I think you should. I don't really think you should watch him if you get triggered easily. Or I don't really recommend him if you're looking for inspiration or motivation. He's just there plainly for entertainment. That's it.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Uh,
back to you,
I'm,
Sir John.
yeah, I'm
Ah,
familiar with Dino Coronel. He seems to be well, honestly, my impression of him in his early videos was that he seemed to be a nice guy. He seemed to be a nice, relatable dad gamer type of guy, and I think he did a couple of skits where he came on a little bit stronger and he saw the engagement to it, and he thought, oh, this is where the audience lies, this is where people are going to react, this is the way where people are going to get angry and comment and everything, and of course every single reaction, comment, or whatnot that you have is going to be more money in his pocket, so he leaned into it. That's what I think is happening with Dino Coronel. He started off this nice, relatable dad gamer type who, if he shows skits where he's about to sit down to play a game, and uh, suddenly his wife calls him to do a task. That was very relatable to people like me, dad gamers. But when he did a couple of skits where he saw that it got people angry, that's where he leaned into, because that got more engagement. So that, I think, Dino has a persona that he
Mhm.
has online with his videos, and he's going for it because of the fact that that's what people engage with, and that's what riles people up and gets him more money. And that's perfectly fine. He can do what he likes with what his content is. But you're right, Drew. He does come off as very abrasive and not very friendly in his videos. So yeah, that is Dino Coronel, Filipino, living in the U.S. I kind of think of him as like a what's the right word for it? An alternate reality version of me, kind of. It's pretty obvious he didn't come from a poor background. In the Philippines, I'm pretty sure he came from a middle class background,
Yeah,
immigrated to the
definitely.
US, worked hard because he started from the ground up. I wouldn't be surprised, the same like me, where he's worked in factories, where he worked in retail and everything, and he worked his way up and saved money. And now that he has the resources for it, then he's comfortable. So the difference is that his persona right now is very strong and abrasive, whereas in my other side, I'm very affable and easygoing. So kudos to him. It's his choice as to how he presents himself, and if it makes him money, then well and good. But don't be surprised if down the line, the way that he came off to people is going to be the permanent impression that people have of him. So yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
and just gonna add something since Sir Joel brought it up, and I am a very small content creator, and one
Mhm,
of the things that my wife would always remind me is when what do you want when you're doing content? Do you
mhm,
want engagement, or do
mhm,
you want to be, you do you want to be authentic? Do you want
mhm,
to present yourself as what you really are? So
mhm.
she keeps reminding me that if you want to have engagement, you have to piss people off. You have to trigger something from other people to get
Agree.
a reaction. So
Agree.
you need to decide whether what you want to
Mhm,
have in your community, in the way you build your image, your brand. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that
mhm,
factor up, because I think there's also a lot of small content creator who might be
mhm.
idolizing Dino, and I don't think that it's gonna work. It's not gonna work for everyone the way that
Yes.
Dino presents himself, because I think he's one of those guys that grew up in computer shops, that really knows how to trash talk and doesn't really get bothered by
Mhm,
all of the lash all the the trash talking, and
mhm,
that's yeah. Anyway,
mhm.
I'm getting I'm getting a little bit off topic. Anyway, back to you, Miss Ines, and that's it from me with Dino Cornell.
All right. Good choice. Miss Eileen, proceed. Oh, unmute.
Where's Miss Eileen?
Thank you, Sir Drew, for that.
She's
I keep
busy.
my I keep my mic on mute because sometimes there are motorcycles on
Oh
our
yeah.
road.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
How about Sir JDM next? What is your favorite gaming content creator choice?
So for me, it's going to be Clit Basinger of the Lazy Gamer Reviews, and I discovered him back in 2017 when I was still trying to embrace my retro soul, because back then I had reservations of um, embracing my retro soul, because I thought that I will become more dissociative of people, because I love retro stuff. I love old stuff, retro tech, and something like that. So because of him, I fully embraced what I really like, and I watch most of his videos on YouTube. You see there in the video if you're watching. So he's not um, He's not really a tech guy. He does frameworks for living. He does wooden frameworks, but because of um, it's just a hobby for him, gaming and computers. He actually learned them through the years, and his first video was a review of Doom, I guess. That's when he started as Lazy Gamer Review, and um, he's called LGR now. He doesn't really use Lazy Gamer Review anymore. I'm not sure exactly why, but what I like from his style of gaming content and retro tech content, it's very chill. Um, he really has this very nostalgic vibe in his videos, and I um he does this retro tech videos like uh old PCs, laptops, even he's also a videophile. He likes old retro VHS, Betamax. I don't know if you guys know Umatic tapes. That's the very first cassette tape in the market. He also goes to conventions. I don't know if Ninong Joel met him in the Long Island convention, but he's mostly in all of the other retro and gaming conventions. And he usually had a table in there where he showcase his restored PCs because he's doing PC and laptop restorations. And the most my most favorite videos in his YouTube channel are his thrifting videos. He usually go to Goodwill in the US. Um, Not just in the area that where he lives, but also in other states. So he does this thrifting videos. Sometimes he offers like a stone. I mean, different objects because there, in one Goodwill store, there's like a large rack in there. So he usually like offers sort of offer objects in return of um very rare stuff in the thrift stores. And he did that mostly pre-pandemic because during the pandemic years, the COVID 19 pandemic, he wasn't able to go around anymore. But he did like an online trip trip surfing via the browser, and it was fun. And eventually, after the quarantine, he went out and um, got into some thrift stores, and I mean, surprisingly, the rack was still there in his favorite Goodwill store. And also, let's see, if you would like to watch him do reviews, I suggest you watch his Sims 3, the Sim series. He does a lot of retrospective videos. Especially, I most especially love the reviews he does for the Sims franchise. I know Miss Eileen would love him. And so what else? Sponsors. I think he did NordVPN. I don't know if he did what's that meme sponsorship? Raid Shadow Legends. I'm not sure, but but I'm pretty sure he did NordVPN. So if you would like to see very chill, very relaxing content, please do watch LGR. He is available in YouTube. By the way, last year he almost lost his home because he's living in South Carolina. There was a storm that hit there. Um, I think it was in June or July of 2024.
Was that the one for
He's
JDM where the tree trunk fell down on his
yes,
house? Ah,
yes,
yeah, I
exactly.
saw that. I saw that.
He almost lost all of his collections, especially those big box games, which is really sad. But still, he was able to get a donation from his streamer friends, his friends from the community, and I think he's doing well now. And he, although he doesn't really upload any videos regularly anymore, but I really do hope that he does in the future. So that's
he he has really cool videos, and he also likes to showcase the older stuff where it's very interesting how they interact with how it's brought to life in the current age, and how different it is that there are so many things that were so much ahead of its time during those older years, but now it's like just common on this day and age. But yeah, awesome recommendation, Sir JDM.
mm.
I've watched a couple of his videos, but I tend to forget to forget sometimes that I've watched some of his
Yeah,
videos.
because there's a lot of videos, and he even has this LGR blurbs channel in YouTube as well, where he talks about random stuff. He also does this like video, like um, almost cinematographic um, short films using his very old school camera, and it's really cool. I really like, he's my spirit animal. If I could say it, if I could say at least. So please do watch LGR. Please do watch Dino Cornell. Awesome stream content creators.
Thank you for that, Sir JDM. And I believe I'm subscribed to his channel as well. I remember, I think I followed him for his short retro reviews because I like reviews that are short, and he has a way of delivering his reviews in kind of a chill way and not really over the top.
I
It's
think
really
it's
memorable.
I think it's because of his voice as well. He has this
Yeah,
very soothing voice.
true. It's nice to see his reviews of really older games, as in DOS, and then Atari and
Yeah.
whatnot. Thank you for that, Sir JDM. How about Sir Joe? Do you have something? I suppose of culture. Yes, I'm. I'm guessing it's of culture.
Here we go. Ready, guys. It's gonna show up any minute now.
That's
Are
smart.
you are you seriously asking me next? Okay,
Let's get the culture out of the way.
get the culture out of the way.
You went
All
there.
right,
You went
uh,
there.
we went there. All right, so I'll just making sure that I got my guy on screen. Okay, so in my case, guys, all right. Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. So you know me, guys. Even though I specialize on JRPGs, I do happen to dabble on other gaming content creators that don't adhere exclusively on the same genre. All right. And I also happen to take interest in video gaming related history in general. So that being said, the first that comes to my mind when asked about favorite gaming content creators. I got this guy. Where is that guy? Here's him. There you go. I
Wow.
got Norman, the
Or
gaming
Wow.
historian. There you go. So, it's Norman Caruso, his real name, also known in his YouTube channel, Gaming Historian. And as of this recording, his channel has over 1 million subscribers since he started back in the last quarter of 2009. And I discovered his channel by chance before we migrated here in Australia. And probably sometime, it was probably sometime in 2016, if I recall correctly. Um, this was the time when I was listening to the audiobook of Console Wars by Blake Harris. And to those who are aware, that book was chock full of gaming history during the 90s between Nintendo and Sega. And the book did mention about the events prior to the 80s era of games, one of which was the North American video game crash of 1983. And that particular topic piqued my curiosity as it happened 1 year before I was born, anyway. And I had no clue that it happened. So, to learn more about the crash, I went to YouTube, and his channel, Gaming Historian, was the first channel to feature the game crash of 1983. And as anyone can tell by his channel name, his content is all about gaming history. His earliest videos were products of its time in terms of video, audio, and editing work, uh, which, in his defense, were decent during the first 5 years of YouTube's establishment. His videos don't follow the chronological key events of gaming history per se. He would feature stories involving Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation consoles, games, and peripherals most of the time. Okay. And for those who might be wondering if his channel also dips into Let's Plays, modding tutorials, or console reviews, yeah, don't hold your breath. Take those expectations somewhere else because he ain't having them. To my knowledge, though, he did slow down uploading new videos, especially when he got married and started a family. But uh, as the years went on since 2009, his editing, research, and overall quality of his videos improved so much. And you can also tell from his face and hair, they did change with the times. So for fans like myself, also felt that I grew up. I grew up old with this guy, so to speak. And as far as my top picks for his videos, if I can give three examples, um, I would say,
Okay.
I would say first the video game crash of 1983. Of course, it's about 11 minutes worth of content there, pretty much explaining the main reasons why the the game crash of 1983 happened in the first place. Um, and then the second video probably would be the Sega Dreamcast that he covered. Actually, this subject was a two-parter about the misfortunes of Sega as a hardware developer, calling it quits with the Dreamcast. Each part roughly 10 minutes short. I still have a soft spot for Sega, so I like revisiting his personal touch on the subject matter every now and then. He had to split this video in particular into two parts because of YouTube's restrictions at the time. History, of course, during the infancy of YouTube, they only allowed a certain length of videos to be uploaded. Shin knows this. So
Yeah.
not more than 18 minutes, sometimes not more than 15 minutes. They changed it quite so often until more and more people got into the platform. And and plus the advice for small YouTubers at the time, and even up till this day, it's you make sure that you're uploading a video not longer than 10 or 12 minutes to ensure that viewers will still be invested in finishing the whole clip that you're uploading. Third suggestion would be the story of Tetris. This is arguably the longest video that he has ever produced as of this recording. Almost an hour of a featurette talking about the drama and the politics behind arguably the best puzzle video game ever made out there. So if you are stuck doing something, uh, just to pass the time, if you want some white noise, this video can entertain and educate you at the same time. So, so for all of you guys, and we did so when we did the review, the movie review for Tetris, this is the first video that this is the first thing that I thought of because of how congruent or it pretty much collaborated all of the information that I've watched in the movie in comparison to what he has researched about the background of or the backstory behind Tetris. So these three videos would also be my suggestions to introduce gamers, old and new, to his channel. Although I would also recommend his Mistake series. The three biggest mistakes of Nintendo, the three biggest mistakes of PlayStation, the three biggest mistakes of Sega, the three biggest mistakes of Microsoft, which are self-explanatory to old gamers like us, but a nice trivia information for new gamers out there. For certain people of game cultured gamers like Sir Joel, I think he made a video about the Oregon Trail. I think if there's anything that I can specifically recommend, we'll go to his channel. He made a video about the Oregon Trail, the first cartridge, something for you guys who are Sims for Mario. He also did a few Mario centric topics out there. He also did some Sega topics out there like story of Sonic, Rise Star, the Sega 32X. He also I also knew about Bleem because of him. So he did a video about Bleem, story about I like cheating, so he did a cheating in video games. So he also did a video about the game Genie. So I like that a lot as well. So the last video that he made that he uploaded was like a year ago, which is the story of Oregon Trail. Really good stuff. I really like his content. Back to you guys. Miss I go.
Thank you, Sir Joe. I would say I'm interested in that channel. I just hit subscribe button just when it's a gaming historian because most of the gaming history I learn about either I look up or from the history channel. So there's still, and even when that Geo was showing some 90s 80s specials, they were also talking about video games. Anybody has any thoughts on Sir Joe's pick? Because I noticed it's in dark.
Very wholesome. It's a very wholesome pick.
I've been watching Norm for a long time too. His videos are very informative. They're very it's like almost like something you would watch on PBS.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially during his earlier videos, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to learn about the video game history or something specifically, you go to his channel because he does really good work, especially when he started getting into his more longer form videos. Like the story of Tetris is really good. I think we should really cover it one day.
Really good. He took some anecdotes from a lot of first person interviews on what they thought about what happened. And I believe he also did one expose, not really an expose, but by the way he made the video, like very investigative on how the Nintendo lockout chip
Mhm.
was reverse engineered. I can't remember what that was. I think it was the story of Tengen.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So he did I keep saying expose. He did a video about that on how Tengen was able to circumvent the Nintendo NES rabbit chip, so to speak. Very ingenious way of Tengen on how to and how were they were how they were able to beat the system per se, and how they got sued. Of course, it's Nintendo; they always sue everyone.
Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
I would say it's really a really cultured choice this time because we have the different meaning of culture over here.
Gentlemanly.
Gentlemen,
As in
maybe
gentlemen's
I'll
club. Okay. Anyway.
Where the
Damn it.
boys are.
to give a break from the guys. I'll go next.
Mm.
My choice will be something I guess that is familiar with everybody. Anybody heard of Clueless Gamer?
I do.
Everyone knows.
I think
So
if I see him, I'll recognize him. But
yes, when you say space, you'll recognize him, especially if you grew up watching late night talk shows. So
Sir
Clueless
Joel
Gamer.
knows this one.
oh wait, no, I know who you're
I
talking about.
suppose.
No, never mind. I know who you're talking about. It just clicked.
Well, there you go. You did recognize him then, Jose, right? Okay, there you go.
See,
Go ahead,
that's
Miss
it.
I.
So Clueless Gamer is a segment from Conan O'Brien's late night show. This is from the Conan show that was after the late night show that he had on NBC. This is on TBS,
From TBS.
and
Yeah.
yes, and every Clueless Gamer he is accompanied by his assistant
Aaron.
Aaron Weirtz that he calls Blay. So you can see
Aaron Bear. Yeah.
yes, he plays different games in his Clueless Gamer segments, and even as far as you can see, Atari, because this clip is from the Atari collection, I think. And he also plays something as modern as Starfield, Death Stranding. He also occasionally guest stars actors, athletes, so he could attract not only video game players but also non-players. So in other videos, he had Tony Hawk, PewDiePie, Terry Crews, Elijah Wood, Bill Hader, Zach Efron, to name a few. So they basically review games, and he plays very unskillfully. He has a major skill issue every time they play something. Wherein Aaron has to rescue um, Conan whenever he fumbles the game because, of course, you cannot progress with some games if you get stuck and keep dying. So I'm talking actually about GTA and other games he has played. So I discovered this because I was watching his late night show. I've been a fan since the 90s, and I was surprised he did something like this in the modern era. I'm not sure how they came up with this segment, but this is really amusing. Again, Conan serves as the coolest gamer as he navigates through different video games of any genre with the help of Aaron. So Aaron explains to him the lore of the game because he admitted he is not a gamer and he is actually not interested and more like disinterested at video games. So Aaron tells him how to play it, and hilarity ensues whenever he makes commentaries. His comedy is more observational while playing the game. If you look at it, it's like there's an older sibling letting his sibling play, and you can see the older sibling like very frustrated because the younger one is messing up the game, and you know he is like backseat gamer. He's like, what are you doing? Just press that button, go there, you something like that. So Aaron is at the end of his wits just seeing Conan really really mess up the game. So the content is video games in general. that anybody can enjoy, players and non-players alike. Excuse me. I have a favorite video from him. I guess it's the GTA 5 one because I enjoy Grand Theft Auto games, as you know. While many people who are non-gamers dislike GTA because of the violence, you can see here how Conan is enjoying the game as a non-gamer because of its cathartic nature of an open world where you do anything that you want. Because Conan really does anything he wants in every game, and you can see he is enjoying it a lot. As for something I would recommend as an entry
Oh,
point,
Oh hi. Oh hi.
there's the culture.
Hello there.
Yeah,
Culture has
So
been waiting.
yeah.
expected this
The
answer
culture is
so
coming
Culture
from a
has entered the
direction.
chat.
Yeah, the culture is coming from a direction we did not anticipate from Miss I. Okay, anyway,
she knew. That's why she said this video.
that's true. That's true.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
it's for you guys.
Well, she did say get the culture out of the way. So
Let's get the culture out of the way. So I would recommend maybe the Death Stranding video for anybody who would like to try and watch his series of Clueless Gamer. Considering there's also Norman Reedus, who is a familiar face, and there was actually one time in his Conan show where he went to Japan and met up with Hideo Kojima, the creator of course, Metal Gear series and Death Stranding. They actually captured Conan and made a character out of him. I did not know that. I mean, still have the game in my backlog, but I haven't started playing it, so I'm not really sure which part it is in the game. But in this, in Clueless Gamers, you can see Conan watch himself with amazement as he sees himself on screen. So they also did a brief clip of him doing the motion capture and whatnot, and it's just so fun seeing Conan react to seeing himself in Death Stranding. So there is my choice for favorite gaming content creator. I know it's not the usual, mainstream content creators because he is not a gamer, but I think this is fun for everybody.
all right. I love watching this one. I watch Clueless Gamer religiously every time. Back when Conan was still in back in TBS, so he would post like there's a lot actually. I'm surprised that he was able to kept this as a recurring thing. Um, if there's a few episodes that I would suggest for people to watch as an introduction. Uh, I would say his his take on Tomb Raider,
Oh,
especially his reaction when Lara Croft was being washed away in the rapids, and you're trying to avoid all of those wooden spikes because if you fail, those spikes will go straight to her throat. Like very graphic. So every time, so the first time he failed, like you can actually see the horror in his face because they actually showed the footage of Lara Croft being impaled through through her face, and Conan was punching Aaron. Why would you let me play this video game? And another thing about you know how you know why she's being called Lara Croft, supposed to be Laura. So he made a big deal out of her name. Oh, I mean, what kind of a name is Lara? It's supposed to be Laura, right? So he went ape shit with her name, and he also went completely perv every time because we're watching Lara Croft, right? As a third person view, so most of the time we keep looking at her ass most of the time. So Conan, being Conan, of course, pointed out how tight her pants were, and he kept mentioning how sexy she was, how tight her jeans were. He wouldn't stop pointing those out. Anyway, um, there's also this video that he made about Halo, especially when Cortana was introduced. Well, the first time he was introduced to Cortana, anyway. And there's this footage when Cortana said to Master Chief, "How about it, Master Chief? Can you show a girl some good time?" I'm paraphrasing, of course. And then Conan was like, grab was grabbing the controller, and he was licking the controller um, because of what Cortana said. Uh, really wholesome stuff. Anyway, uh, anybody else who has watched Clueless Gamer Thursday?
Yeah, I watched. I think the first video I watched of his, because I didn't know he was doing this, was his PC horror game. So when he was playing Outlast, and I was like, that was pretty funny. So then I went and I checked out some of his other stuff.
Is this a European game?
The European. It's his comedy, really. His brand of comedy really shoulders the whole bit. Really,
Yes.
if it was like any other gamer, you wouldn't even pay attention to the content in the games. Really, so yeah.
My favorite video of Clueless Gamer was the what they call this, the dance game. I forgot. It's not Dance Central. It was
He did
uh,
Minecraft, Watch Dogs, um,
Hitman.
no, 8-Man Absolution. Yeah,
it's the dance game from Xbox. And then
which one?
the guest,
Dance Central, Dance
not Dance
Revolution,
Central. What's the other game?
Just Dance.
Just
Just
Dance
Dance.
with like a gold medalist. Then he did some moves. He was he was panting half almost all throughout the video, and unfortunately that video was no longer available because of copyright, I guess,
Oh,
because there was
Mhm.
music, but you can still see it on other um on another platform. I forgot which one, Vimeo or Dailymotion. And then I also love when he goes to the gaming conventions, most especially during the PS4 and
There's the
Xbox
thing.
One. That video. I think it was they showed that
the face.
footage 10 times. And in
uh,
that, by the way, in that convention that he went to, he enjoyed Mario Kart. He enjoyed playing Mario Kart. He was very good at that game. Even like the man on the um, doing the demo for the game is like bowing to him. He was doing this dance.
I see. I'm looking at the YouTube playlist. Yeah, it must be these. The one of unavailable video is hidden.
yeah.
Maybe that's it. It's hidden.
You must watch that video. We was dancing to the tune of the final countdown.
All right. Anybody else about Clueless Gamer? How about Sir Joel? What's your first impressions?
Well, the thing about it is, I know Conan O'Brien. I know his show. I know I used to watch his show. I think it was the Tonight Show, right, Jose? I'm not quite. I don't quite
Late night.
recall. Late
Late
night
night.
show with Conan O'Brien. So his personality is pretty much standard with this character of his, the Clueless Gamer. Um, I'm familiar with his mannerisms. I'm familiar with his skits. So he's very popular in terms of short clips on YouTube. So I would say it's a fun little series. But if you're familiar with Conan O'Brien, you pretty much know what his approach to comedy is, and basically you know how he's going to present it. It's a fun little series. I can't really say it's groundbreaking for me because if you know exactly what to expect with Conan O'Brien, you know what he's gonna do. So yeah, it's a fun little series, but I wouldn't really say that it's something that I would adhere to as a gaming content creator particularly special. But it is an innovative concept of somebody who has no idea about what video gaming is all about, or even modern video gaming is all about. And I think tend to do that with some of our characters here in the Timeless Gamer Show, because some of us discover a lot of new things here in the Timeless Gamer. Most recently, Miss Jip, we talked about her and about how she is only now starting to delve into the retro scene. So that one, I see a little bit of a little bit of a reflection of how Conan's Clueless Gamer might be going forward, especially when she discovers the really good stuff in the retro scene. But yeah, with Conan O'Brien, I know his style, so it's not something new to me. I'm looking for something a little bit more innovative, something a little bit more, mm, something a little bit more edgy, shall we say? Mhm.
Go, Binzai, go.
Thank you for that, Sir Joel. Um, or maybe you could go next, Sir Joel. What is your
Mhm.
favorite gaming content creator choice?
Mhm. Okay. In my case, before I go into my favorite gaming content creator choice, I want to talk a little bit about this recent bit of news that came out on YouTube about
Oh,
Shin knows what I'm going to be talking about. This
I'm
recent
get.
bit of
Do I
news.
have to get triggered on this? Because I will
Yeah,
be. But
I'm
go
pretty
on. Go
sure,
on. Go on,
yeah,
Christine.
because of the
Go
fact that the
ahead.
recent news is that the Screenwriters Guild of America wants to impose its rules on YouTube and overall content creators on the internet. If you're a writer, if you're an
Boo.
editor, if you're a content creator, if you're any kind of creator on YouTube, on Kick, on Rumble, on Twitch, or everything like that, the Screenwriters Guild of America wants to impose their rules, their union rules, on everybody who is creating content online, and that is terrible. That is very, very bad news because it is a union here in the United States. They want to impose very strict rules about writing, about what content you can produce, everything on online platforms. And honestly, I see this as a flailing of a dying industry, because if you are not familiar with Hollywood right now, it is lagging. It is terrible. It is not making money at all. People have shifted their attentions from watching movies, from watching cable TV, from watching regular TV onto YouTube, onto online platforms, even alternate platforms like Vimeo, like Daily Motion, like Bilibili in Asia. They have stolen away most of what Hollywood has in terms of audience because it's on demand. Got a lot more content. It can customize the content that you're looking for. This news has come out recently, and I'm not quite sure if Adam Conover is the chairman of the Screenwriters Guild right now, but he figures prominently in this move to try to control the content that people are having on the internet. And honestly, it's because of the fact that they're losing money. They know that they can't fight against these online content creators anymore. I just had a look at Brie Larson's latest videos on YouTube. She is the epitome of a Hollywood character, or I'm sorry to have to say this, but she's a shill. And
Yeah,
her latest videos
she is.
had just garnered about 23,000 views. 23,000 views. And I'd like somebody to pull up the view count of one of the popular YouTubers that we have right now. What is the name of one of the most popular YouTuber videos? Shin. Is it
Well, there will
Mr.
be Moist
Beast or something?
Critical. There will be
Mm-hmm.
like, you have Moist Critical. You
Mm-hmm.
have people that are from like, the political drama channels and whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
majority of them are commentary videos, or if
Mm-hmm.
not, they're doing challenges. But The fact
And
of the
how
matter
many
is
views?
that
How
they're
many views
using
does
scripts.
yeah, and how many views does one particular video of a popular YouTuber who is not in Hollywood garner nowadays, Shin?
If we're gonna be thinking about Charlie here, if Charlie just uploaded something within an hour, you already got like a 5-digit views. By the
Hmm.
next day, it might hit a million, depending of how controversial or how popular or trendy the topic is.
Exactly. And Hollywood is reaching out its tentacles, shall we say, into to try to control the YouTube space right now because of the fact that they know that they're losing content creation against these little guys. And it's
Uh,
democracy at work. Honestly, the smallest guy in the darkest basement can make one video that everybody is going to watch, and Hollywood is seething because they have no control over what that guy is saying. They have no money coming in from what that guy is doing, and they want to reach out their tentacles. That is my
this
intro.
is this
Yes,
is
go ahead.
like your aunt. This is like this aunt of yours that been
Mm,
ignoring you since you were a kid, decided to live with you.
mhm.
That's how it feels like
Oh,
as a
even
creator.
even worse. This is the aunt that has been ignoring you and has been bad mouthing you ever since you were little.
Yeah,
But once
exactly.
you
They
grow
belittle
up
you, and then
and
all of a
yeah,
sudden they want to live with you. What the hell?
exactly. And
You know?
and when you grow up and you make lots of money, you'll say, "Oh, I was formative to that kid's growth. It was because of my insults to that kid that he strove really hard and made money now, and he owes me money because of all my motivation."
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's idiotic. Honestly, that's what Hollywood is doing right now, and that serves as my intro to my gaming content creator of choice right now. My gaming content creator of choice is Scott the Woz. For those of
Ooh,
you who
Scott
are
the
not,
Wolf.
yes, Scott the Woz, yes,
Yes.
Scott the
Scott
Wolf.
Woz. For those of you who are not familiar, Scott the Woz is a retro video game content creator who talks about a lot of different retro content. He talks about he talks about the Wii U. He talks about horror games. He talks about bargain bin games. He talks about dual releases, like in Pokemon, how there's Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. He talks about some modern games too, like the Nintendo Switch, how it looks like 5 years in, the way it is. And the thing about Scott the Woz is that his content, honestly speaking, on a personal level, is high quality because he's got a great mixture of good quality information, funny skits. There you go. Ray Q did say, "Hey y'all,
Hey
Scott
y'all,
here." Yeah, he's
Scott here.
hilarious.
Hey
Honestly,
y'all, Scott here.
he's extremely off the wall. He's extremely zany. He captures the funny, affable, creepy gamer vibe that you just can't look away from because you know that he's going to do something or say something stupid as he talks. The thing about Scott the Woz is that his content hits me where it is relevant because of the fact that his content is very nostalgic, his content is very retro, but his jokes are very contemporary as well. He jokes about the fact that he went to prison, maybe he got arrested or things like that because of something stupid that he did. He talks about how crazy that he lost his video game collection, but he's now rebuilding it. Um, it's Scott the Woz talks about a lot of different things, and his jokes might not necessarily be uh, necessarily be family friendly, but they are very visually funny. They are very smart, shall we say? His jokes are very smart, and I like how he presents himself in a very self-deprecating way. He doesn't inflate himself. He talks about how the stupidest things that he does. There you go. It shows how he clicks on it emulation like and he gets immediately arrested or something like that. But the fact is, Scott the Woz is emblematic of what Hollywood cannot possibly do because of the fact of they have their own damn restrictions among themselves. And Scott the Woz epitomizes the fact that free flowing jokes, information, and content is what draws people in to online gaming creators now. And not just gaming creators, they watch everything on YouTube. If you want to learn how to build stuff, if you want to learn how to hunt and fish, you want to learn where to go, how things are in the Philippines right now in 2025 as you're walking around the different malls, you cannot find that kind of content that Hollywood will produce. They will never produce the quality and amount of content that modern day gaming and overall content creators can. and they are reaching out their tentacles to these content creators. And I don't even know how it's going to work, because how can they possibly impose their rules on a sovereign country if somebody produces videos in a different country with sovereign rules and sovereign laws, sovereign content IP laws. You can't possibly say, "Oh, you can't produce this." Well, sorry to the audience here, but I'm gonna swear. That person in a foreign country will say to Hollywood, "Fuck you! I'm gonna do what I want."
Well,
And
there's a way actually,
go ahead,
Kuis
Jin.
Ninong. The best way for them to do this is
Mhm.
that they're going to implement the rules, have it applied on YouTube, and then at the same time, if there's any kind of deduction for the monetary gains that these YouTubers would make, is automatically deducted along
Mhm.
as a creative deduction.
Mhm.
If you catch my drift,
Okay.
and they wouldn't even worry if the person is overseas if they know that this person has traction and it's also garnering towards the Western audiences. All they have to do is say that like you need to have a bit of a deduction on your content because the script writers of America blah blah blah
Mhm.
is located in America just as YouTube, and YouTube now if they decide to go hand in hand with SAG on this one, all they have to do is do deduction. And even though you are from another country, the fact of the matter is that you are using the service of YouTube, and YouTube will just say that it is how it is. And since you're using our service, well,
Mhm.
tough, right? But if you're going to ask me, this is not going to happen,
Mhm. Go
Christine and
ahead,
Joe.
Jin.
I think
How?
you could still be at least more comfy on the idea
Mhm.
that even if the screenwriters try to come in and impose themselves,
Mhm.
there'll be much more louder voices as far as like independent people are concerned.
Mhm.
And as far as Hollywood is concerned, it's always been the issue that you have creators or creatives or even people from different medias that doesn't like the idea of a union. But some people feel like they need to have a union because traditionally speaking, that's how they make sure that like studios doesn't, forgive my word for it, fuck them over.
Mhm.
But if in this kind of weather, in this kind of geographic nature of social media, I don't think you even need that anymore because there's so much a plethora of different content that
Mhm.
SAG is just like a small minuscule part of creativity
Yeah,
now. So you
And
don't
let
need to worry about them.
And let's not
yeah,
forget, if the SAG actually does take over YouTube, who's to say that these independent content creators aren't going to migrate to a different platform and make
yeah,
that platform
Well,
yeah.
that's
popular?
exactly why
But
YouTube is not gonna
yeah,
accept it because
Yeah.
they
yeah,
know that like they could see
and
Kick is right there in the corner, Twitch is right
Mhm.
there in the corner, even though they're kind of
Rumble
dying.
is
TikTok.
right there. Yeah.
Rumble,
TikTok is
yeah,
doing 10-minute videos now. That's why I also
yeah.
migrated
Oh,
to
TikTok.
TikTok.
There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
snap!
It's honestly it's crazy how Hollywood is in its death throes, and it's trying to find a way to it make money back off of somebody else's
The
efforts.
backlash. The
Hmm
That's why I
backlash is
call it a
gonna
non.
be that's
Yes, Drew. I
gonna
want to
be
hear
too
Drew's
big.
opinion on this.
Yeah,
The backlash is gonna be too big if they push through with this. That not
yeah.
only are they gonna lose more and more viewers into the cinemas, there's a possibility that, for example, they implement this on YouTube. There's a possibility YouTube might migrate its physical office into another country or something along those lines,
Yeah.
just to be able to not deal with SAG
Ex-
APRA. And by the way, SAG APRA, we don't like you. And
mhm.
Yeah.
that
Remember what you did many years ago?
Oh, the writer's
yeah, yeah,
strike. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Many years ago, I didn't like my status on where we were living, so I migrated because I did everything that I could to make a living out of my home country, but it just didn't work in
Same
my
here.
favor, so I had to migrate. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
that's gonna be the same scenario when
Mhm.
they do try to push this, because the more they push this, the more people's gonna push back. Don't they learn from history when
No, they
they
don't.
have,
That's the
yeah,
thing. They never learn from history.
yeah.
That's the thing I've noticed about people in power. They don't learn from history at all nowadays. Anyway.
Well, especially with
They
Hollywood, what you use what works. You don't go and create something new. You wait for something new to happen and then you take it
You
away.
take
But
take
as long as like,
over.
it doesn't work, you always go with the old method, the old formula, and that's why SAG-AFTRA, as much as like they want to be implemented on YouTube or any other social media, nobody has forgotten what they did with the writer's strike and how much it affected not just Hollywood, but
Mhm.
different networks and different shows
Mhm.
had a lot of either cancellation. There's a lot of slow progress and whatnot. It was like you could almost say that that was the time that even Hollywood themselves were scratching their heads and like, why is it that so many independent films and independent and international films are much more better? Well, hello, look what happened during the writer's strike. What did you
Mhm.
guys do? You guys had this. You guys have a Mexican standoff. No offense, because that's where it's happened in California. But you have a Mexican
Jose is just
standoff.
Jose is just
You know,
laughing a little bit because he's
yeah, I'm trying to get back at him.
there you
But
go.
that's basically what happened. Is that they had a standstill, and the creativity went stagnant, and before you know it, it's like nothing really got resolved out of that. If
Mhm.
there was any, it didn't really affected anybody. Writers, creators, visual effects, artists, all of us. We're still pretty much suffering, and everybody's still doing the whole: should we go to a union or should we not? You
Mhm.
know,
Honestly, to be perfectly honest, with that writer's strike, the old saying is you shoot yourself in the foot. In this
hmm.
case, honestly, I think Hollywood shot itself in the balls because they can't produce anything anymore, and
Oh, they have
it
balls.
damage. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That's
They
another thing.
never had
All
balls.
That's
right,
news to
fine.
me.
They shot themselves in the ovary, shall we say then? Okay, fine. So, so that's the thing. They
They
can't
have
even produce.
ovaries.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
They
They're
don't
whatever
have
they
fully
have.
functioning reproductive systems.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
that is basically my content right now for today's Timeless Gamer episode. Scott the Woz and how he is representative of how people are looking for new things, much more interesting things than what Hollywood can possibly produce as a former juggernaut of the entertainment industry and now is the old man screaming at the clouds. That is my pick for today, Miss Eileen.
Thank you for that, Sir Joel. I think recommended Scott Owens to me before. I think I need
I
to
did.
revisit
Yes.
and check him
Yeah,
out
me
again.
too. Awesome, high quality content from Scott Dawes. And one thing about Scott is once you start watching a video, you're gonna be hooked. You need to finish it because the way he talks, it's like it pulls you in. You laugh, it makes you think. He gives high quality entertainment in a short video package. My favorite of him is remaster versus what's a remaster remake. He's trying to define the remaster and remake thing, and he doesn't care about throwing his games around now. If you get triggered about somebody throwing a nice complete inbox copy of a video game, maybe you might stay away from him. But it's very entertaining, and I do agree with Sir Joel. Very highly recommended. Scott the
Mhm.
Boss.
There you go. All right,
I'll
back to you, Miss
be, I'll
A.
be, I'll be sure to revisit. I'll start with the 10-minute videos because I saw earlier there were 20-minute videos. I ain't got no time for that.
No, you do.
I love the uh I
And
love
nobody got
the
time for that.
Time
No.
for that.
Yes, JDM, you were saying. JDM.
I love the skits that he
Oh,
does
his
in his
jokes and skits
videos.
are
Yes.
great. Yeah.
And I remember AVGN was doing skits long before that,
Oh, yeah.
and eventually it got stale or he
Hmm.
didn't use it anymore.
Mm.
But when Scott got around, I think James Rolfe, the
Hmm.
angry video game nerd, he like did those again,
Hmm.
especially in, I think it started a year Scott that was started
That's another
in
thing.
the Earthbound video.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
And then if I remember correctly, he did guest on one of their weekly shows.
This is
They
perfect,
did the
actually. JDM, this is perfect, the one that you mentioned right now. Angry Video Nerd, really top quality stuff. But he started getting complacent. His quality started dipping. And then Scott the Woz comes in and he sees that Scott the Woz is pulling an audience because of the things that he did used to do. Scott the Woz is doing, but better. So it kind of served as the impetus for Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe, to go back to that and do it better again. this is emblematic of how Hollywood is right now, except that Hollywood is being malicious about it. They see that these independent content creators are doing what they used to do, but better. And instead of trying to better themselves, they're trying to take over that space. They want to crush the small independent content creators, and they want to integrate them into them so that they have full control over it again. That is horrendous, honestly. From a personal point of view, I think Hollywood should die. And because of the fact
Yeah.
that I'm sorry to have to say this, because
No, I
Hollywood, the way
agree.
that you are right now, you have to suffer the consequences of your complacency, and you should die and resurrect into something better, maybe, because these new independent content creators, they are carrying the torch of what people want nowadays. And sorry to say this, fuck you for wanting a piece of that pie. If you want a piece of that pie, work hard for it.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Watch K-drama. And
We
K-drama.
don't like you, Kappa. We don't like you.
Yeah, we don't like you. Sorry to say. Anyway, all right. Okay, there you go. All right, and back to you, Miss I. Sorry to say, I got heated on that one.
It's okay. Thank you for that because it's actually really quite relevant. I actually did not know about that issue until we brought it up today. I guess I'm behind the news. Okay, let's go to Jose. What is your pick for tonight's video game content creator?
Oh,
Oh,
Jose.
you're on mute.
Well, since I'm going before Shin, I'm gonna steal his choice. No, I'm just kidding.
How dare you? It's okay. I got to back up.
No,
I got to back up.
No, I'm not gonna do him. I already know you're gonna do him. I went with Pro Jared. I don't know if you guys know of him or heard of him.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of him.
But I discovered him through Screw Attack. They had a game store that they opened in Texas, and he was the manager for it. And I think at the same time that he was working there, he did a show called Name Tags, which is really good if you can watch it anywhere. It's basically like working in a video game store meets Scrubs. So it's very good. His gaming content it's video games. He talks tabletop games. He talks D&D, and he also talks a lot of card games. He does have an emphasis on RPGs, usually retro RPGs from the Super Nintendo era. His Final Fantasy video series is an awesome look at the series. So if you guys ever have time to watch them, he goes literally 1 through probably 16 at this point, even the online ones. There we go. The best Final Fantasy. But he does do other stuff. He does do videos on some of Sir Joel's games, like Two Worlds 1 and 2. But he's not a fan of them.
I know. It's an acquired taste. Jose.
Yeah. Yeah, what else does he do? He does a lot of other Super Nintendo type games around that time. He does do a lot of retro stuff. But like, if you were to watch some of his videos, I would say try to watch Name Tags if it's available anywhere. If he used to do these 1 minute reviews where he just like quick fire on a game, like what's good, what's bad about it. And then what is really entertaining is he started when it first became a thing, he was doing Pokemon Nuzlocke videos. So he started at Red and he went all the way through doing one for each one. And then he went back and he started doing ones for like the like modded Pokemon games, or like that one, I forget what it's called, but that Pokemon game where you can like splice the two Pokemon together and make a new one.
Pokemon Fusion.
There you go. I don't know what else I could really say about him, because like you just really have to watch his stuff. Like he's very entertaining. He does his research, and he literally, he was good when he was at Screw Attack, but he only got better whenever he branched off and started doing what he wanted to do and stuff he wanted to cover. So he didn't have someone over him telling him like, "Oh, you have to do this." But I D&D you guys probably find interesting because he that D&D December, every December he always does D&D videos. You guys used to do the D&D on here, but Sir Eric's busy as of late.
Well, I missed that.
Maybe you could find someone else to do it, to DM you guys.
True.
No,
Um,
we can draw somebody in, but yeah, we do miss Eric. Hopefully he makes an appearance sometime soon. But yeah, we're very we support Eric in everything that he does, and yeah, more power and more health, more help
Um,
him.
Regarding Pro Jared, I always see him. Uh, Even I believe along with Scott the was he's also like the same. I'm not gonna say same class, but uh, same year when AVGN um, came up. I think he's one of the old ones, I believe. Pro Jared. Anybody else has an opinion about Pro Jared?
I actually salute the guy because out of all the content creators that I've seen that were canceled, he's one of the only few that I would say played the Uno card and bid his time instead of going for a quick reactionary and just he took the blows and he wasn't like dishonest, and he when it comes to his degeneracy, he was more for that. Yes, he did such things. However, these are not the people that I did it with, the people that are accusing him. And he had like evidence, receipts as you will call them, that showed that these people never really had any kind of interaction with him, causing the revelation that these people were just cloud chasers that wanted to ruin his name. But the damage has been done. But instead of him crawling back into the darkness and never be heard again, after showing what he knows and what the truth is, he continues on and try to start over again. And I salute him for that, because not every
But
people, especially with his rank, with his size of followers, who would be in that kind of status could come back knowing that you bleed a lot of subscribers. But here he is, he did his video. He didn't lash out. He didn't went nuts, even though there's like numbers and numbers of like reactionary YouTubers and commentary YouTubers basically making fun of him, even with like most of these degeneracies. But all he did was like, okay, here's the receipt and here's the truth out of it. And lo and behold, he's still going, and he's going strong. So I salute him for that.
yeah, I remember when that
I would
whole
say
situation happened.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed at first, but then he, like you said, he came back. He had proof. He had the receipts, and I
Yes.
was like, I kind of knew it because around that time, a lot of that was happening, and a lot of time people didn't have the proof to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Like
would say I would say, and this is not and this is not just exclusive to Jared. Along with Scott the was, even Gabe Historian, they were uh, they were able to succeed in YouTube, their longevity by being themselves. A lot of the times, some of these game content creators were derivative of some other content creators. Like for example, you got AVGN, and then you have like what, the happy console gamer, which is what like a derivative of the angry video game nerd. You know what I mean? So these guys um took their success by being themselves, and respect to that.
No, there's that one guy who's literally AVGN, but supposedly he did it first.
supposedly
That irate gamer guy.
the irate gamer
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And
Oh
it's like
God, yeah.
literally, it's so bad. It's like literally sometimes his videos are word for word the same thing that the
He's
AVGN
basically the
said.
Timu. He's the
Yeah,
Timu AVGN.
Team AVGA.
we'll
Right.
talk about it during the AVGN episode.
Yes.
Ray Q mentioned. Anyone mentioned the completionist?
Not yet. No, we haven't done the
Not yet.
completionist now. But yeah, we are presenting our favorite content creators, Reiki. But that's a really good choice in terms of who your favorite content creator might be, the completionist. So yeah, we want to discuss the ones that really we think are most enjoyable to watch. Mhm.
All right, Miss I go.
Thank you for that, Jose. I'm checking out the YouTube of Projard. I'll go.
See, this is what we do here in Timeless Gamer. We
Yes,
kind of show ourselves all the new little things that we kind of like, and we share it with the audience, and they discover new things as well, right?
yes. What we do here is we educate in
Hmm.
terms of video games history and whatnot. I'll
Hmm.
maybe after the episode I'll go check out his videos. There's a lot here to
Hmm.
check out. Yeah, thank you for that. And last but not the least, Shin, what is your choice for favorite video game content creator?
All right. So my favorite content creator would definitely be Maximilian Dude. This guy started off with a first person shooting. That's where he was known for originally. I was recommended by a friend to watch him during those, the infancies of YouTube days. And lo and behold, I completely forgotten about him because, I only just watched some of his COD games back in the day. I just, add him into my favorite and completely forgot about it. Then, oddly enough, that when I move into fighting games, and I started getting recommendations from him, and I was like, wait a minute, this is hey, it's this guy. And I love the way that he does news, the way that he did like announcement for certain games, the way that he reviews them, because he doesn't review it in a manner that he needs to look like as if he's, like higher than you or that he's more intellectual than you. He's trying to study it he's trying to review most of the games the way that like any of us who either be a novice or probably somebody who's not into it would understand the game, especially the way that he tries to promote fighting games to other people that are not into fighting games. Best content that he had that I always remember is that he also did skits, considering that AVGN and everybody did had like their own skits and whatnot. They had like the assist me, um, what you call it, the assist me skits that they had. But what I like about the assist me is that not only are you having a skit where most of his friends are all cosplaying as characters from Marvel versus Capcom, but he's also putting in gameplay and tips there. So you're mixing both of them instead of just having a skit and then that's it. We're talking about a video game, you make a skit out of it, call it a day. No, so that thing grew up as well, and he's more active on Twitch, so he was more of a Twitch streamer, and people grew to love him because you know how toxic fighting game community is. And either you're watching there because you want to watch the person to lose and make fun of him, troll him, become a stream monster, or you want to learn from this person, but you know that like when you're trying to learn a fighting game, most of the time is that all you get as an answer is get good scrub. But with Maximilian, when you watch the way that he would do a stream, it's not like you're just watching him play. It's like as if you're playing with him. He's like that one friend of yours in college that it's like your roommate that's playing video games and you're just there in the background and you're free to backseat and say something, but you know that you're also having fun while he's playing it. It doesn't even matter if he's playing a fighting game or if he's playing any other games that just recently came out. But what makes it amazing is that he gives you this feel that you're a part of it. You belong in that stream. Along with this, like you guys seeing on the screen here, you have like Simmons. Simmons just showed up. He has like these three friends of his. There's Kenny, there's Steve, Simmons is there. And one thing about it is that these guys, they really feel like they're your dudes. They're your friends that you hang around with on a Friday night playing video games. And they have their opinions. They could be wrong, they could be right, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're there with them. And with Maximilian Dude, a lot of us who are big fans of his grew up with him during the time that he was still dating Jessica, his wife, his current wife. I've been like a big follower since the time that they were
His
just still
current wife.
dating. Huh?
His
I
current
said
wife.
his current wife. That's the same thing you
Current
said
wife.
episode
Oh, sorry,
ago.
sorry. I
Your
said current wife. With his wife. With his
Well,
wife.
yeah, the ex-wife.
Which is now his wife. Yeah, his. Jessica. When he was
No,
still dating Jessica. Sorry,
this is
my bad.
that Shin is doing exactly what I do when I introduce my wife. Hello, guys, meet my ex-girlfriend. She's
Nick's
not
my
my
ex
wife. There you
girlfriend.
go.
He's my current wife now. Yeah. You level up. Like
Yeah,
Momo is my ex girlfriend because
yeah,
she's my wife now. So,
exactly.
and going back to that journey, when he was still dating Jessica, then they finally got married, and then he showed us how to live life as a content creator while being married, and then having the dilemma and the fear that will his fighting game skills would get rusty. Is his gaming skill gonna get rusty because he's getting old, right? Oh god damn, look at that. I got distracted. um oh wow. um and we were on his growth, and all the way till the point when Jessica finally got pregnant, and they finally had uh keep on forgetting her his
Ripley.
daughter's name. Ripley, thank you. When Ripley is finally born, the fear of being a dad, and you're a content creator, you're a streamer, and then you also they have this he has this dog named Benny that was also a part of the journey
Oh,
because he's a part of
Benny.
the assist me. Yeah, he's a part of the assist me skit, right? From the time that he was a puppy all the way to his old age up until he finally passed away, you know, that's why, being with Maximilian and watching him, you know, he can be in your background. You're just doing something and you can just listen to him, and he's just gonna be a part of your background noise and whatnot. But he literally makes you feel that when he's playing a video game, if he's struggling, if he's having a hard time, he will show you that, like, hey, you know what, we'll go through this. One of the best stream that he did was when he played Mortal Kombat Mythologies. I have never seen somebody so patient to finish that annoying game that everybody was literally trolling Maximilian because he knows how hard the second stage is, but he still went through it up until he finally finished it. If he could have burned that game right in front of the stream, he might have. But we all were there through the journey of him playing and finishing that game. So I would suggest that if you guys want to come into learn video fighting games and try to see it in a different shade of light instead of just the technical or the holier than thou get good scrub, eat some more salt. I would suggest to go with Maximilian Dude because he, out of all of the FGC content creators, he is the only one that I've seen that no matter how much you throw any controversies or you try to throw shade at him, it never works. There was a lot of people who did attempt, but it always happens that if somebody says something to Maximilian, there will be 100 dudes that are gonna go after that person. And yeah, he got into, like, he accidentally said the ninja word, the N word, when in reality he didn't. And everybody went for a witch hunt, whether this person was trying to make a shade out of it. And I think from what I heard, it was like some follower of DSP or something, another shitty streamer content creator that's trying so hard to become like Maximilian.
DSP, that
um
is terrible. Okay.
yeah, basically DSP wishes he would be anything just like as successful as Maximilian, because Maximilian started small all the way to the point that he is already a fundamental part of fighting games, that you cannot think of fighting games without thinking that Maximilian is going to say something about it. If you have heard everybody's opinion, especially like the people who are maining a certain game, like if Aris, who loves Tekken, you heard his opinion. You have Rufflemonger, who already did a lot of news and opinions about it. Maximilian Dude will be that last person you want to listen to, because if he says the same thing as all these other scrubs says, then maybe there might be something about it. Is a good example. Again, Tekken 8. Everybody is ripping on Tekken 8. So
all I have to do now is like, what does Maximilian think about this? And listening to the way that he puts it in a certain perspective, you learn to tolerate the game, even though there's a lot of shitty things behind it. But yeah, so
Did,
that's my
did he ever
share here. It's
do?
like,
Yeah, did he ever do any
hmm,
content on World Heroes Jet?
I think I
No.
can't remember on top of my head.
No,
No, no, right? No, he
not
hasn't yet.
that.
If he did, he will be pissed. He's not gonna be very,
No.
very happy to play
Mm,
that game because
I like World
when he
Heroes Jet.
Usually just the modern fighting games of the
Ah,
last
that's too
Oh no,
bad.
no,
century.
no. He plays classic games. Don't get me wrong. He plays
Mm,
classic games. It's just that it has to match on a theme. Like for instance, let's
Oh,
say
Like when he does
a
his
new game would come out,
legacies.
right? Yeah, the legacy.
sorry,
Yeah,
was
he
it?
will do a legacy thing.
Okay, understood.
Like
Yeah,
okay, we're gonna play this game from the very beginning of this
hmm,
iteration of this game all the way to the
yeah.
current.
Or
I
like
If
when
see.
he,
Terry was
yeah,
announced for Smash Bros. He did a
Oh, so
Terry
he plays
legacy, and
the
he played
original
every
yes,
game
fighters.
that Terry had been in to that point.
I forgot what series
yeah,
that Gary started off on.
Fatal
Art of
Fury,
Fighting.
Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So
Yeah,
yes,
so
You
yeah.
too
know,
bad. Too bad. I like World Heroes Jet. World Heroes Jet is so cool. I
I,
liked it.
I'm sure he might end up playing that one of these days if ever that there would be a announcement of like a collection series where World Heroes is
Mm,
a part of it. He
mhm.
might end up trying to play it. I'm sure he is aware of it. It's just that it has to match on a certain legacy
A
game or if it's
theme.
like something that
Understood. Okay.
related. So
Mhm. All right. Cool
one
choice.
thing I love about Maximilian do this when there's an announcement, you know what a kid looks like when he sees something that he really really likes. That
Enthusiasm.
yeah,
yes, this so enthusiastic that you would be also be really really hype, and his enthusiasm is so genuine when you watch it. my
yes,
my son actually also watches Maximilian Dude, so whenever I reference him, he's like he's like that because his energy, his charisma, I know that he had to go through a lot before he got to this stage, but
oh yes,
the
yes,
way that he is right now at this stage is so multi-generational that my son appreciates him, I appreciate him, and
yeah,
when there's a new announcement of a fighting game, he's the go-to guy. There's no YouTuber right now, I think, that is synonymous with fighting games as Maximilian did. So really, really
yes,
huge kudos to him. So
yeah,
if you want to learn about fighting games, as Shin said, when you watch him, it's not like you do this, you do that, you do. He's trying to learn, and he actually fights with the FGC community, and he loses, and he's the type of guy. Oh, so that's why I lost. I should have done that. And he's talking to himself when
yeah,
he's
yeah. He
winning.
talks to himself and talks to his other friends like
Yes,
Steve and Kenny and Simmons. Like they're like, oh, it's an
he's learning.
overhead.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
they,
He's like that. Oh, that it's a half a frame. Oh, okay, I get it. And then he tries to do it again. He
yeah,
loses again in his. It's like that body that you want to play against if you're really really good, or you want to play against if you're really really bad, because you're learning and you're going through the process with him. You don't really feel like neglected. You feel like let's get through this together. That
yeah.
sort of feeling
You,
really really
you,
nice. Maximilian
I
did.
remember one let's play that he did for Tekken 7, the story mode. It was so memorable for me because it wasn't just him who stood up and walked out of his chair. I think a lot of people walked out of their chair from that one moment where he was playing the story mode, and Jack was doing this whole charging of a punch, and they were shouting because if they need to do something, and then they got hit when they're about to do a move. So like literally Steve and Max just drop the controller, run out of the camera. You see just an empty chair in there. And I stood up and walk out because I was like, you were this close. It's like you just want to collect yourself. And then everybody was just laughing. Everybody was just, we feel you on that one. And that's the thing. It's like you feel like you're a part of it. And he's not like a holier than thou kind of streamer. Like I said, when I gave my fan art to him, I thought it was just going to be a part of the what you call it, just a collection of artworks. Because so when he streams, His starting now screen is just a collection of fan arts that he gets, which is, by the way, DSP tried to copy, by the way, where it's like a collection of fan arts just being put as a show reel. And I was so surprised that he not only did he took the fan art that I gave him, but he even showed it to the stream because he was trying to practice Armika for Street Fighter 5 during that time. And I just decided to give him that picture of like that, that ultimate attack, because he keeps on saying the word chunky. So I drew him like saying chunky, but in reality, what's happening is that he's supposed to be upside down, and he's about to get butt smashed by Armika and her teammate. And he loved it so much, he was laughing. He showed it on stream, and then before you know it, it was already a part of like the now loading, starting now, fan art collection. And I was so shocked that he even used it as one of his thumbnails for some of his video. So he's very down to earth. I even see him once in Super Arcade when they were doing the Killer Instinct beta play. I decided to go there back then, and of course, you can't just go to Maximilian and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Because there's a lot of people. But tall guy. He's tall. That's all I can say. He's really tall.
Yeah,
But other
so
than that, that's what I got for him. Yeah,
I'm
love the
sure.
guy. Love the guy.
Love the guy.
Thank you for that.
If there's one thing I can say about Max, dude, he is clearly one of the examples of a content creator where you start off originally something that you enjoy, and then you try something else, and then grew traction, and by staying in that particular niche, eventually you became a fixture. Like Shin mentioned, you cannot think of having a fighting game content creator without thinking what's his opinion. Even myself as a JRPG player, if there's a fighting game announcement there, the first person that I would think of, Max, dude.
Yes.
And I don't even
One more thing. One more
I
thing
don't even
about
watch.
Dude.
Yeah,
One more-
I don't even watch his channel, but I know him.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's very consistent on what he does, and that's a secret of being a content creator. Sticking on the on the things that worked for you, and eventually, if you keep at it with time, and as long as people enjoy what you're doing, your opinions about it, you're honest, and you're being true to yourself on what you do, then hey, good things will happen. Back to you, Miss I.
Thank you for that, Shin. I think I'm not familiar with Max Dude because I'm not really into fighting games that much, but his channel sounds really wholesome and like you can enjoy just by watching.
The time.
Game, he might be wholesome. He
Because I
always say
love
he's a Christian. He's a Christian channel. He's like, this is a Christian stream, guys. Don't do this. But 5 seconds later,
Yes,
he's called.
as proven by the shot earlier, where we were only seeing thick ties save lives and big butts.
Yeah.
Very, very wholesome.
I mean, he is family
We- we
friendly.
are-
That
we
you
are
would
family
feel at
show.
home. It's just that like don't let him play, Dead or Alive beach volleyball, and then like when he got betrayed by his partner because her partner left, he ends up like, what? Whore! Whore! Like literally, he was like shouting whore because the fact of the matter is that like his partner, because he's been losing in all the volleyball games, his partner,
His current partner?
no. No, I'm talking about like in
In-game.
DOA volleyball. It was like
In-game.
that one episode where he has Helena, and then the next day Helena just left, and he was like, where's her partner? Oh, how dare she? She just left. Now, and this is now you need to find a new partner. It's like, you whore, whore. So it's family oriented, provided that do not let him play something that might be a little bit questionable.
Okay.
Saying
Mm.
family oriented into something it gets thrown around loosely these days. All right.
Yes, because
Kind of
we
like
are
here in
all
Timeless Gamer
family
Show. Anyway,
oriented.
Yeah, we're family oriented. We're a Christian channel.
yeah, exactly.
Up
But
until
you
the
have to
right shows
remember,
up. But
family oriented families also include dads, and you know how we think. Anyway,
It's been a
we're
while.
lucky.
what do you mean it's been a while? Come on, John.
It's been a while.
All right, Miss
The
I.
family show, guys. The family.
Family show.
Mm.
Okay,
Dry
so
spelling.
we're about the 2 hour mark. Maybe let's have a commercial break first before we go back to our speed round.
Mhm. Okay.
Mhm.
Speed
All
round,
right.
short descriptions, and just really like recommend. Short description, recommend. Okay. For now, commercials.
Start your own online live streams, webinars, podcasts, online classes, and virtual presentations with Streamyard. By using Streamyard's user-friendly interface, you can also do simultaneous multi-streaming if you have accounts to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms. If live streaming is not your style, video and audio recordings are also available, especially with those who have variable and inconsistent internet connections. The finished output will still come out as clear and well articulated exactly as you originally intended. You can also customize the appearance of your presentation, like green screen effects, facial touch-ups to smoothen out those facial blemishes, multiple cameras for multiple guests joining in the discussion, your own wallpaper on the background, adding your own logo as a watermark, sharing videos from your own computer or other website for added visual aids with or without audio, uploading your own background music if you wish to set the mood when talking, and lots more. Before you can enjoy all of the wonderful full features of StreamYard, you can start with a 14-day free trial by using our link. Not only that you are supporting the Timeless Gamer Show, but you can see it for yourself how easy it is using StreamYard. Do you like playing video games? Do you like reading about history? Do you like learning about video game history? Then you should give yourself the gift of owning some video game history books from BitMap. Since 2014, BitMap Books have published numerous colorful and well-detailed hardbound books about video games ranging from the different video game consoles of old and the various video game genres that will surely pique the interest of its core fanbase. BitMap's team of global video game journalists, players, and illustrators have produced numerous award-winning titles that celebrate the software, hardware, and developers that laid down the foundations for the billion-dollar video game industry we all know and love today. International shipping is also available with careful and considerate packaging from BitMap Books. If you don't want to take my word for it, then you can believe the people, almost 10,000 satisfied customers who submitted their glowing written reviews and video reviews after receiving their books from BitMap. By ordering your first BitMap book using our link, you will also be supporting the Timeless Gamers Show in spreading our love of video games and their rich history.
All right. So, thank you for that, StreamYard and BitMap Books. So, speed round, guys. Sir Joel, who you got for your speed round?
All right. My speed round is particular game creator. I had one. I had a different one lined up before, but I want to delve into this one very quickly. His name is Russ Crandall, and his channel is Retro Game Core. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with me, I love emulation. I love handheld gaming consoles. I particularly love handheld gaming consoles that are emulators. So Russ Crandall of Retro Game Core produces videos about retro gaming handhelds. Most recently, he's been delving into the Anbernic, he's been delving into the POW Katie games, he's been delving into the Steam Decks, and likelier than not, he's going to be doing the Ein Odin videos that are coming down the pipe as well. He does videos about all of these retro gaming handhelds, how powerful they are, what their specs are, what they can play, what they can how they fit in your hand, how comfortable they are, if they how long their battery life is. He goes into the nitty gritties of how a yes, as JDM would say, I am a handheld meister. Yes, very
Yes.
true, JDM. And yes, that is my pick for my speed round. Russ Crandall of the Retro Game Core. Awesome videos. If you want to learn about what retro handheld might be best fit for you in terms of its capabilities, its capacities, its form factor, and its budget, Retro Game Core, Russ Crandall breaks it all down with pros and cons at the end of every video. Shows you what you can do with all of these upcoming retro game handhelds. He actually does have them. They ship them to him. The manufacturer shipped them to him so that he can actually give objective reviews on them. And he does really good content. Back to you, Miss I.
Sorry, I went MIA for a moment there. Thank you, Sir Joel, for sharing about Russ. And let's do this right as a round robin. I'll go next. My choice is something maybe many of you are familiar with. It's Honest Trailers by Screen Junkies. Well, more like Honest Game Trailers because that is a different one. This focuses on video games and they make trailers out of the games, as in classic 90s, 80s movie trailer style. And if you're familiar with Don LaFontaine, he voices the old trailers of movies back then. That's the style that they're going for in Honest Game trailers with the announcer's style of, let's say, narrating, maybe. Um, so I discovered this way back then when around, let's say, 2016 something. During break time at work, somebody played Honest Trailers, the movie one, on his phone. And I was curious and I looked it up at home. And once I started following Honest Trailers, down the line, they started creating Honest Game Trailers. And that's how I started following the channel because they made a separate channel for the game trailers apart from Screen Junkies. So, like I said earlier, their content is in video movie trailer format and Don LaFontaine announcer style. What they do is they actually say the plot as it is, as they say, honest. They make hilarious criticism of every aspect of the game, gameplay design, plot holes, whatever. And what they say will make you go, oh, yeah, that's correct. And then you will tend to realize a lot of things. Oh yeah, why did I not realize that? And sometimes there could be not controversial, but something. What you say? Can't find the word, but something that is
Obvious. Meta.
yes, maybe something like that. They cover all types of games, so it's for any gamer. So far, they have for 180 videos to date. So, if you want to jump into their channel, maybe look up one of your favorite games because it's bound to appear in their playlist. If you want to
Yeah.
try Honest Game Trailers, just look up something and it will pop up there. I suppose you will find your maybe favorite game and try that one. If you like their style of humor, I bet you'll also enjoy the others.
All
My
right.
favorite
Very
one
quickly,
is
I wanted to acknowledge Jose's comment. Handheld Meister and Masturbator go hand in hand. Very true, Jose. I like that one. It's very true, and that exemplifies who I am. Yes, very true.
So
favorite
that is
part
my
with Honest Game Trailers is the end wherein people just give him random stuff to say
yes.
because he has a soothing voice and just a really radio centric voice when please say this and he just says the outlandish stuff that the commenters say, and it's a really enjoyable watch when you just want to have a good sometimes it's not a good laugh. It's just something that shown in a familiar tone because we are old and it's reminiscent of Saturday morning cartoon style or something along those lines. Anyway, awesome pick, Miss Ines.
Get to the
Thank you, Drew.
chopper.
Yes, and he does those voices at the end, sometimes depending on the request of the viewer. I remember some Christopher Walken one, his iconic way of speaking. So
All right. Next.
let's go next. Dark Jose. I'm used to calling him Dark.
Okay, there you go.
Dark.
So
All
Hey,
right,
Dark.
that's his new name now. Going
Hey,
forward.
at least it's not Darky, right? Hey, Darky, let's go.
Yeah.
I think in our group we never called each other by our names. It was always
Yes.
our screen
Yeah.
names.
Mm-mm.
He
Yeah,
finds it
we're-
awkward calling me Eileen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the thing, we're
still getting
buddies.
used to calling her Miss I.
Yeah. Well, we start off calling each other by our handles, but eventually we become buddies and we
Except
call
for
each other
Viraj,
by
she's
our
always
real
gonna be homo.
names. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. All right, Jose.
So
your pick.
unfortunate for me.
All right. My round two pick is Pat the NES Punk.
Mhm.
I don't remember if it was Screw Attack or AVGN because he was always mixing with those two. So I don't know where I met or seen him first. But he does games about video games, collecting, movies, anything basically in the nerd culture.
Mhm.
Or even beyond that. He has a podcast, a completely unnecessary podcast, where it's usually video games and anything nerdy. And then he has his not so common podcast where he just talks whatever he wants to talk about. He does tend to stick to NES era games, hence the name, the NES Punk. He does have 2 or 3 books out right now, covering the NES, the Super NES, and Nintendo 64. He does Flea Market Madness, where he was probably like one of the first ones to be going out to flea markets and recording it and recording his finds, and he didn't upload them until years later when he actually recorded them. So he shows like really good deals that he got in the early 2000s. I remember he found a Clay Fighter 63 and a third sculptor's cut that he paid $5 for, and that game is very expensive now. I would say watch season 1 of his Pat the NES Punk show because he's very quirky and I don't think it's for everyone. So if you can make it through his first season, then I think you'll like him.
Thanks for that, Jose. And I think I'll also give the first season a try. Any opinions? Quick opinions on Pat Nest Punk?
Currently, he does old. He watches old TV commercials
he
from the
does.
70s, 80s, and 90s in
Mhm.
his Twitch channel.
Yeah, every Wednesday.
That sounds cool.
I think I might do that someday.
Yeah, see, I wanted to do
Oh.
that too, and then he
Oh.
started doing it, and then I didn't want to be like, I didn't want people to be like, "Oh, you're copying him," but I still want to do it.
That guy on screen right now. I didn't meet
Yeah.
him. He's a nice guy. And oh, don't forget, to my left, that in that shot, to the right of the people who are looking at the picture, that is Leonard Herman, the author of Phoenix, the Rise and Fall and Rise of Video Games, one of the definitive books of video game history. You guys might want to check that book out. But yes, Pat Contry, I've met him a couple of times. He's a really, really nice guy in person.
We'll have him on the show.
Oh, we hope so.
Yes.
We very much hope so. We'll reach out to him. We hope to have him on the show very soon.
If Sir Joel has the contact to him, sure.
Sir Joel, how tall are you?
Oh, I'm not tall at all. I'm 5'4".
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like wondering because the
No,
height
I mean,
difference on you guys.
honestly, if you see me walking around here in the U.S., you'll mistake me for just some toddler or something.
I'd say he's a few inches taller than Miss I.
There you go. Yes.
Thank you for that, Jose. And how about Sir JDM? Your second choice?
For me, for the quick run, it's going to be Noah Antweiler, or also known as the Spoony One. Don't know if you guys. He was one of the earliest video game reviewers that I know during those golden YouTube days. And while people are watching ABGN, I was watching him. First video review that I saw him do was the video game The X Files Resist or Serve for the PS2. That was really hilarious. He's a funny guy. He knows his way. He knows his vocabulary very well, and along the way, he did riff tracking. He also did board games, which he called Counter Monkey. He even had wrestling reviews, Spoony One wrestling show. He did VHS games, VHS interactive video games where he played golf and wrestling VHS games that involve Hulk Hogan and some other retro wrestlers. And he did this random tribute to a very campy actor called Reb Brown. He called it Rebruary, where
Rep
he
Brown.
did.
He's Captain America.
Yeah, he's Captain
Yeah.
America.
Yes,
He-
the
from the
OG.
The
from
OG
the
Captain
70s or the
America.
80s.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he called it February. He does that every February. So
Oh, very cool. Very
it's
cool.
a word play.
Hmm.
And one of the most my favorite series in his channel is the Ultima retrospective, where he played Ultima Zero or Alakabet up until Ultima 9. He also did the spin-off games like Underworld and those ports for the SNES. And sadly, he's currently inactive because he's battling some mental like issues. He has these anger management issues, but I'm glad he's not cancelled. He was just um uh, he did really bad things during the course of his um famedom, but I'm really glad that he didn't people didn't cancel him even though he had these issues. He just stayed away from the spotlight. And yeah, I really respect the guy. Is one of the inspirations why I watch gaming content creators. And I really I miss the guy. I really looking forward whenever he's ready to go back into the this content creating scene.
If you would notice, especially to those who are listening to us the audio portion, Noah Antweiler is the white JDM. If you notice by the hair,
Yeah.
Why? Wow, I cannot undo that anymore. Thanks.
he is the white. He is the white JDM. Pretty much. All right, back to you, Miss I.
Thank you for that, Sir JDM. I'm looking for Noah's Highlander video. I saw it on the while you were scrolling, Sir Joe.
Yeah, I did
Um,
movie reviews as well.
yes. And how about you, Sir Joe?
Me. All right.
Yeah.
Just getting my getting them on screen. Okay, so if you happen to like video games and two best friends play and My Little Pony, then I have the content creator for you. The content creator is called Two Snacks. Okay, it's two like number two, snacks as in snacks. All right. So basically, what this guy, I think he's from Brazil, and so what he did was took some audio clips from two best friends play, Pat and Matt, and then superimposed their voices into My Little Pony characters, basically.
Oh, I think I've seen some of
primarily
his.
Princess Celestia and Princess Luna of My Little Pony. Princess Friendship is Magic. All right, and these are them, and they often make skits as well in his latest videos anyway. As you can see there, that's basically on the screen. We're showing Princess Cadence, Princess Twilight, Princess Luna playing Shadow the Hedgehog for the Nintendo GameCube. All right, so that's the shtick, really. So they, like I mentioned, he will take audio clips from Two Best Friends Play, and then he'll render some footages of his own coming from either from the game in question, and then using flash animation, he'll put up My Little Pony characters. And there was a few hiccups in terms of they're trying, but they didn't win. Hasbro and even Discovery tried to sue him because he's been using My Little Pony characters in his videos. Of course, that's understandable, but because he's only using it as a parody. Okay, so he was able to circumvent the intellectual property uh, clause there. He was able to persevere. If there's one thing about his channel, he tends to he tends to slow down in his production. Uh, animating these videos takes a while. Okay, he's using flash animation, and he was given permission by Matt and Pat to use their voices in his videos. I think they have an official collaboration, but with Two Best Friends Play, unfortunately, they had a falling out. So Matt and Pat are not really together anymore in making their own content. So production with Two Snacks videos kind of went in a hiatus. So it's been a while since he last uploaded a video about anything really. So anyway, if you like some comedy, uh, video game related content, and My Little Pony, and Matt and Pat from the Two Best Friends Play gaming channel, you might like this. Okay, not necessarily game breaking, as Sir Joel might put it, but for all of you bronies out there who like My Little Pony, yeah, give it a try.
I know that term.
A brony.
By
Okay.
the way, guys, for
So
those of you who don't know what
it's just
brony
this
is,
animated ponies playing video games, which
Sorry, Drew. Yeah, Drew was saying something. Go ahead, Drew.
no.
for you guys who don't know what brony means, so naturally, My Little Pony is its audience is meant for little girls, and a brony is a fully grown man who loves My Little Pony. So that's the term that they use for
I,
the
I'm
fans.
a brony.
Yes, the
I'm a
fans,
brony. That's why.
the
Me
audience
too.
is meant for little girls. But
Yeah,
they didn't anticipate that My Little Pony has a wider audience that is fully grown men. And yeah, that's the term. And so this is a testament that everything can be enjoyed by everyone.
yeah,
I
And
was
even
thinking
if
of something.
yeah. I think JDM was thinking about cloppers instead. Anyway, yeah,
Cloppers. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You know what a clopper is?
it's like the like two opposite sides of the spectrum. The bronies are the good side, and
The
the
wholesome
furries
one.
are the
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
can be
That
both.
could work. Yeah.
No, you do not want to do that, JDM. You
Uh,
do not.
no,
oh,
This
yeah.
is culture we're talking about. This is
Yeah.
culture, guys.
Yeah, and we're
It's a
courting.
family show. Again, it's a
Yeah,
family show.
and we're courting controversy here in Timeless Gamer. Okay. Anyway.
You're gonna cause a battle between that's like kind of saying punk, goth, and emo, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you know what? Emo is on this one side, and then you have the gods on this other side. That's gonna cause a war. So,
Yeah.
like you mentioned, like, oh, bronies. Yeah, the furries are on this side. The fact you said that, here comes the furries. They're gonna have a long ass explanation, bigger than a Reddit post.
The romance of three kingdoms.
Well, they have tails for My Little Pony that you can wear. They get inserted somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
we're not gonna delve into that right now. Anyway,
Guys, do not Google SPH My Little Pony. Okay, never
Naturally,
combine those
as
two.
you said that they will
SPH
Google it.
My Little Pony. Never. Yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So that was Joe's choice. Okay,
I've learned the hard way.
Thank you for that, Sir Joe. I think that's an amusing channel, especially with the absurd comedy. It just reminded me of the Sylvanian families because if this one had problem with Hasbro, the Sylvanian families also there was a content creator on TikTok making like fake like stop motion animation with the toys, and the creators did not want that, and it's something like that with the Hasbro and Two Snacks. So just wanted to share that. And how about you, Shin? Your second choice for the speed round?
It's going to be a lightning round, right? So I'm going to make it quick. I love him, but I also hate him now. His name is Yong Ye, and he
Ah,
also
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I love him when he
boy.
was doing Metal Gear Solid coverage when the countdown for Metal Gear Solid 5 was happening. He was up to it. He was also doing a lot of theories. He was also bringing in more info about the lore. He was very educative. He was fun to watch. His voice was very soothing to the ears. Just that, like after Metal Gear Solid 5, everything went fall down after that. His coverage of Fallout 4 was also amazing back in the day as well. It's just that the moment when he went for the battle against what you call it, those digital downloadable thing. Can't remember what those thing. I can't remember off the top of my head what you call them, but basically the DLCs that you have to pay for, and then like the gambling things that has with Star Wars Battlefront 2. When he went to that route, that one,
loot
yeah.
boxes.
So,
Yeah,
Loot boxes.
Loot
Thank
box.
you. Yeah. So when he was going for that, when he became one of the heroes to fight against loot boxes, um, yeah, I think I already started to lose interest because it's just like every single day it's the same thing over and over again. But what got me a little bit more, how could I say it? Completely not disgusted, but I completely got turned off, and I was like, I missed the old Young. Yeah, was when he finally got his voice acting gig. I'm very happy for him because he is capable. It's just that when he did the voice for
Kazuma.
in JoJo's, yeah, well that one I didn't like, but the one what he did in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that was completely fine. It's just that like when he did the Kazuma Kiryu thing and trying to double down, that's when even I started to say, yeah, you know what, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you when you were still covering Solid Snake. After that, I don't think I can get behind you, but I love it. I hate it at the same time. Yeah,
Jotaro.
That's my thing.
If there's one thing that I might say about this guy, his voice doesn't suit his face. If that makes sense.
This
Like
is
he
what actually
sounds like he
You know what's gonna throw you off more?
like
A lot of
he
You know
sounds
what's
like-
a
you
lot
know
of
what's
people
gonna
say
throw
the
you
same
off
thing
more?
about me. Yeah. Okay.
You know what's gonna throw
He
him
sounds white,
Joe
like-
more?
like white.
Okay,
white.
he's Korean, right? He's Korean, right? But he speaks Spanish. He doesn't speak
There
a single
you
bit
go.
of Korean, but he speaks Spanish
Well, there you go.
fluently. Why? Because his family moved to, I can't remember which part of South America, but that's where he grew up. So when he's trying to speak in Spanish and I'm looking at it, I'm just like, did somebody dubbed over him or something? But it doesn't.
It's like an episode of Community.
Yeah,
The
this is
community,
before
yeah,
AI.
yeah.
All right, this is before AI modification with your voices and whatnot, and he's already doing it. Like looking at his face, and it's just like, was he AI assisted when he's talking? Because it's very well formed and he's well versed. What's going on?
The first
But he's
the
very-
first time I heard of him was during the Switch 2 reveal, and how vocal he was against the game key cards, which I would like to say, fuck them key cards. Okay.
No, there you go. Hashtag fuck them key cards. There you go.
Munahar
Yeah,
doesn't
show.
agree with you.
All right. So that was
Shout out to Munahar.
Shin's Choice, Yongye, on his channel. All right, excellent. Back to you, Miss I.
Thank you for that, Jen. And you, Sir Drew, your choice, please, if you
Okay,
have.
so I already touched some other content creator earlier, so I'm just gonna move
Touch
on to
them?
a
You're
new
touching content creators
Yeah, I got
actually content
it.
creator.
Family
like
show.
this.
Well,
No.
he did say that his
I
favorite
touched
content
myself.
creator was himself, right? So he
Yes.
touches his anyway.
Okay. So his choice is Geek Out Gaijin.
No, no. Anyway, I'm not yet. We're not yet at
I touch
shameless plug.
streamers.
So anyway, um, as you guys know, I'm a very frugal guy, and I just don't impulse buy on everything that I see when I go toy hunting and video game hunting. So
Um,
naturally,
all the stuff
naturally,
behind them.
when I
Yeah, I
watch
know.
this, when I
Look
watch
at my
this
face right
content,
now with what you're saying.
Irony.
when I watch this content creator, his name is Falcon, and the show is called Before You Buy. Before you buy.
Oh
So
yeah.
naturally,
Yes.
naturally, when I watch any particular game on this channel named Before You Buy, it is naturally after I bought the game. So yeah, so when I
He's not following the advice. No.
no, I'm not following the advice. I go to the channel, I watch game ranks, and I watch the video about a certain game only after
There it
I've
is.
already
So
bought the
basically,
game.
Drew,
So
you
Famous
justify
thumbnail.
your purchase by
yes,
watching the before you
yes,
buy.
I'm trying to
Okay, understood,
justify
understood.
my
Okay, got it, got
purchase.
it.
So I go to game ranks
Got
and
it,
watch
got it.
this.
Okay.
So nothing really out of the ordinary. I just like the way it's presented and
Mhm.
the way that he's trying to convince me while watching this that you did the right choice.
You made the right choice, Drew.
You made the
That
right
money
Sure,
that
he
choice.
you
bought the
spent.
thing.
You made the right choice. You didn't did this out of just simple impulsive tendencies, but
Mhm.
you made a very calculated
Wise
decision.
decision. Like an informative,
Yes, a
consenting
very
decision.
informative decision.
Drew is
So
trying to convince himself that his
yeah,
past self actually was thinking this. Okay.
He was watching this after the fact.
Yes, exactly.
no, seriously, everybody. I think
You know
most
the best part
around
about this is that
75% of people
if you
who
want to
watch
buy a
before
game
you buy,
and you
it is
see that
after the fact
thumbnail,
that they already bought the game.
Mm-mm.
You guys, you know what I like about this is that like if you are in doubt of a game and then you want to type whatever game name and then review, the moment you see this thumbnail,
Mhm.
Yes,
when you
you
see
know
that,
it's
you're
him.
gonna have to watch it, right?
that's what happened with me in Death Stranding. It's like when I was of that Stranding review, I saw it, I was like, wait, GamerX has something to say. I'm gonna
Yes,
watch it.
yes,
Save me $60 right
yes. Nothing really out of the ordinary for the channel. It's just I just like the way they present the game, and their thumbnail is so iconic that
Yeah.
whenever there's something that I bought, I just click please say something nice. Please, please.
Justify.
I want something
Please
to. I
justify
want
why.
something to justify my purchase.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a guilty pleasure of mine when I buy some things because I'm still an old soul. Most of the times I don't watch a review before buying stuff. I just go to the game store and like, hey, nice cover. I'm gonna buy this. Like just like what happened with this
For the old times.
Arc Runner. Ooh, nice cover. Cyberpunk. Ooh, 3,000 yen indie game. $30. That's nice. I'm gonna buy this one. It's a physical copy. That's the type of dude that I am.
Mhm.
I never outgrew the joy of going to a game store, watching
The
the
impulse.
artwork of the covers, and just like, oh, nice. Then I'm just gonna justify it by looking at the back cover. I can't read most of it because it's in Japanese, but like, oh, nice. Okay, I'm convinced this is the right choice.
And then he goes online and says, "Game ranks, please say
Yes.
something positive about this."
Say something nice.
All right. So
This one
if
doesn't
there's a
exist
couple
in
of
this
things,
country. Please say something good.
if there's a couple of things that I might say about their series. Number one, it's one of those classic example of um, branding recognition.
Yes.
That iconic pose that they're doing like this. Yeah. So it's like a warning to you. Like
Yes.
before you buy, like that. They're trying to stop you before you buy said game. Um, it's a good thing that they were able to capitalize on that and kept on going up until this day. And then number two, guys, by the end of the day, um, impulse buy or not, it's your opinion whether you like the game or not. Okay, don't let anybody else who might dictate you on what you should buy or what you should enjoy. Okay,
Yes,
you
buy
bought
first,
that
regret
game,
later.
Unless
right?
it
I mean,
becomes
you
a
bought that
discussion in
game
the
for a
dinner table
reason.
with your wife.
Okay,
Buy
you bought the
first.
game for a reason, and most of the time, even if we're not impulse buying, um, we tend to mull it over, think of it twice, three times, four times, even whether we should buy it or not. You know,
Until it's
and
gone.
this series actually, um, it's helpful to those people who want that extra push on whether buying it or not. Something a little bit
Yeah.
more convincing. Like if you're
Or
if
want the
you're if you're
justification of what they did.
fighting yourself about whether I should or should not, at least by watching their videos, sharing their honest opinions about them, then at least you can have uh, what's the word, dodging a bullet, basically,
Yes.
not ending up with another game in your cabinet, not even touching it because somebody else said something bad otherwise. Back to
Yes,
you,
so
Masad.
that's why when you buy a game, you should touch it as much as you can
Touch
before
it.
putting it on the shelf.
Yeah,
Wait,
among the
wait,
You
wait.
and
others.
Promote
touchy.
onto their box. Just make caress it, make love to it, do whatever, sleep with it.
What's up with you and touching? You've been like using the word touch this. I'm
Has it been a long
starting.
time, Sir Drew?
I have
Yeah.
plans later after the show. That's why.
Bro,
It's,
you touch video game
yeah.
creator content. Now you're
What
touching the video game.
what's the old 90s song? I touch myself. I completely
I touch
by the
myself. Yes.
Divinals. There it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. So yeah,
Family
Miss
show.
I. Yeah, family show. All right. We'll be adding new
I'm
members to
gonna
the
touch my
family
controller
after
right now.
this. Anyway, all right, Miss I, bring us back home now.
And thank you for that, Sir Drew. And that is our Timeless Gamers episode for favorite gaming content creators. It's time for our shameless plugs. Um, I want to say Sir Joe first, but he's making a face.
This is making love with my controller.
Go,
All
Sir
right.
Joe.
In love, in this glove.
Speaking of touch me, Sir Drew, where can they touch your grass? Where can they touch your
Where
grass?
they,
Again,
they
that's my
touch you.
grass. English content is still at YouTube at Geek Out Gaijin. But for my Tagalog content, please do check out my Facebook, which is at Bernal Drew, and my TikTok account, which is at Bernal Drew, for all my gusto ko lang dumaldal bits and other stuff
Nice.
about gaming, and mostly focus on my commentary about live here in Japan, also commentary and showcasing video games, Japanese video games that has full English or rather English support on them on the cartridge or on the disc itself, and also doing toy hunts again. So please do check out my TikTok, which is at Bernal Drew, and you're gonna see the headline "Gusto ko lang dumaldal," which translates to "I just want to talk." And yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of that on those channels. Anyway, back to you, Sergio.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Drew. Sir Jose, where can they touch your grass?
I'm on all social media and gaming platforms as Dark Gothic Fate, and then we also have the Discord, the QCFB Discord with the section for the Timeless Gamers.
I'm gonna go there now.
You're already in there.
Why am I?
Yes, you are. It's you,
Wait.
Miss I, and JDM who have been in there.
Oh, I know. That's why I said I'm gonna go there right now and post some stuff there.
Okay. Post some of that stuff you told me not to look up. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that specific
Gonna post
shot too.
from
You know, the
Ken
one
Yeah.
with
Oh
Jose
yeah, I
earlier.
want to see the uncensored version of that picture.
Yeah, there you
The,
go.
the
Uncensored
unmarked
version.
one.
Hmm. All right. Thank you for that, Sir Jose. And of course, Sir Joel, where can they touch your grass?
All right. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this special episode of the Timeless Gamer Show about our favorite video game content creators. You can find me here on on Timeless Gamer Show on every single episode as long as life doesn't get in the way. You can watch me on my twitch.tv channel streaming a variety of retro video games and modern games as well. Also on kick.com and on Rumble and on this brand new streaming platform called Streamer.live. You guys might want to check it out. Make your own account there. Streamer.live, Streamr without the E, Streamer.live. It is a brand new, very minimalistic, very efficient, very quick to make an account on and start up a streaming channel on Streamer.live if you guys want a brand new streaming platform that you have the chance to get in on the ground up without all those Amarants and those Mr. Beasts and all those big streamer names. If you want to get started on something that brand new, you might be the next big streamer on streamer.live, especially with Hollywood clamping down on platforms now like YouTube and things like that. So you might want to start off your streamer.live yes, streamer.live account.
God
Check it out.
damn it.
Yeah,
God damn it, Jose.
there you go. You go. Check it out. Start up your accounts. We look forward to seeing you there. Back to you, Joe.
All right. Thank you for that, handheld Meister debater. All right. Sir JDM, where can they touch your grass? Speaking of which,
Yes, for your favorite gaming creator, 123 Go Retro on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And also, really, really quick, we have um, suggestions here. The viewers drop their content creators here. I saw Reikyu, um, Angry Joe, and Space Hamster. I never heard of Space Hamster. We also have gamer gamer ranks from my good friend Kurt Labrado. I even seen him drop Bell Delphine. It's really,
Philadelphia. Oh my goodness.
She's
Why?
really a gaming content creator. I'm not remember. I
Well, she
No,
dresses
no.
up like a video game character, so I guess that
Yes,
counts.
I guess
Yeah.
kind of counts. Yeah, fine. Okay,
does
we'll
that
accept
count?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Which brings me to the point. Next episode in the Timeless Gamer After Dark episode, adult content creators. Anyway, back to you, Joe.
Well, why? Okay, so when is that?
My body is not made for OnlyFans.
My body is ready.
Inspired by Jose's earlier post on the chats. Anyway.
All right. How about Chin Boy? Where can they touch your grass?
5 feet away from my house, or the grass that I haven't. No, you guys can definitely see me just here in Timeless Gamers at the moment. I got nothing new to show at the moment. mainly
Nothing better
because-
to do.
Well, it's not that nothing better to do. Most of it are completely involved political and commentaries, whatnot. That's why for some people were probably wondering how the hell did I end up having to moderate somebody's debate
Yes.
between two big content creators. Let's just put it this way: I work in the shadow. Yeah, I work in the shadows, but definitely you guys can find me here in Timeless Gamers, and probably on Jose's Discord, where I might drop some spicy stuff there because they've been like wondering what does it look
Yes.
like.
That's an open invitation for the audience, guys. Check out the Discord channel for spicy content.
Yeah. Are you sure it's gonna be fine? All right, because I am gonna drop them.
Jose
All
would
right, thank you for that,
with
boy.
with Jose's
Yeah, it's
permission.
fine.
yes.
I'm typing to you instead of talking. No, it'll be fine.
Somebody shy.
We no, you should see what we're talking about currently.
Answering in the comment section with Chin's question.
Oh my
And of
goodness.
course, the show captain of the episode tonight, Miss I. Where can they stroke your grass?
You can find me
Good level
on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook is more on announcements. But yes, my videos are Twitch and YouTube.
All right.
All right, thank you for that, Miss I. And of course, just to whore out the show, it's timelessgamers.com. Just visit the website, guys. For all of your messages, send all of them to timelessgamers.show, email.com. Shouting out, of course, BitMapBooks.com for all of your gaming related content, hardbound books, and of course, StreamYard for all of those people who want to start their own podcast, webinars, and online classes. And streamer.live, STREAMR .live, LIVE, for all of you guys who want to start off streaming without the big names out there. Be the first streamer that live, and that's the show, guys. As you can see, the majority of the panel are here. This is a rare occasion, really. Next week we will be doing the Nintendo DS Part 2, and we will have Miss Hinu to clock out her obligatory season 15 appearance.
Everybody's reaching their quota. Congratulations, guys.
So be sure to be there on that episode, Nintendo DS episode, guys. And on behalf of Sir Dan, Miss Hinu, and Sir Viraj, okay, our games.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, Viraj's gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Our
Of
games
course.
are
I'm just gonna be
Nintendo
down.
right
I'm just gonna be in the comment section.
experiences will forever remain. Hey,
Timeless. All right. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Thanks so much for hanging around and keep chatting. See you guys soon.
Keep
Keep
touching.
trusting yourselves.
Love you, Han. Shout out to my wife.
Hi, Mom.
Crotch chop.